Live? Let's go. We're live. Let's go. All right. Well, I'm gonna open up with this song because I'm listening to DSP parodies early this morning.
God,
You know how the audio is. The real reason we're gonna listen to some music so we can check the audio.
change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
What's up, guys?
So we'll get into the big book and the 12 steps a little later tonight, but I always love to hear
Oh,
everyone's...
and let me know how the audio sounds when it fades down too. That's something I did.
Vest got me sweating, but the room getting colder. Looking at the camera and the kitten on my shoulder. Will they tip tonight? I don't know. Is it over? Booted at a Best Buy for selling controllers. Lean with me, rock with me. I get by from all of the crowdfunding. Snort with me.
What up, Renee? What up, Epyon?
I got my mom's liver in my dad's.
Going on, thanks.
Lean with me.
Yo, did Lemtex win the Chick King of the Ring? Because I totally did not watch that stream.
Drink with me. Gin is great. Sweaty JPEGs, Kevin Nash.
I didn't watch that being said back
Told
then.
them if they tip, better tip now. I got married to a big cow. Got a problem, you know what it is. Gout. I'm the guy that stream with
What's
his
up, Brand Dude? Yeah, big ups, Brand Dude.
It ain't fiction, it's too real.
He's not here, but wish he was.
I need the support, so I know I'm gonna find it. Ring, ring, hit that DoorDash, perfect timing. I know I'm just fat, but it's okay, cause so is cash.
Which Lemtex video won? I actually don't know.
But I'm spending that cash, it's all my cash. Lean with me, rock with me. I get by from all of the crowdfunding. Snort with me, drink with me. I got
Going at Salty Ramen. What's going on?
dad's kidneys. Lean with me, rock with me. I get by from all of the crowdfunding. Snort with me, drink with me. Sweaty JPEGs, Kevin Nash spending. Gin is great.
I'll play one more song and then we're gonna actually start watching the things. Zach, you think Jin is smiley face? I'm not a big Jin fan myself, but
Bunch of tips, ayy. Nasal drip, ayy. Got some glasses and they full of gin. Gin is great. Panelli, ha, she was a kid, yeah. I don't give a shit, ayy. This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah. I don't play mobile games. Funny how they still think I'm a broke man. Then I'm broke. Even though I be pulling
oh,
hoes.
it's not even.
I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men. Oh no, I'm broke again. Better go break some more appliances. You were never gonna pay that bounty anyway.
Sigmold, I have no idea when that notification's gonna come through, but I see the $4.99. Pig ups, brother. I appreciate it.
And on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men, yeah. Need 'em, I need them tips. Need that alcohol in my lips. Cat be getting all in a fit when she get hungry. She a bitch. I ain't trying to be that guy, but she keep
There it is.
fucking up all
All I do is talk about it.
through all of my tips. So Call of Duty 10, 20, 40, play your fucking dues, bitch.
Easily banned.
All the trolls are always trying to screw me. This shit remind me of my helicopter cruise. This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men. Oh no, I'm broke again. Better go break some more appliances. You were never gonna pay that bounty anyway. I need a member bomb and rally almost every day. I spend like 40 grand on
Zach, I'm not much of a drinker either. It's just not the taste for me. But I can't smoke anymore due to work reasons, so
No, you didn't, you motherfucker.
gotta be sober.
I'm an alcoholic.
Sandwich living that John Rambo life. Big ups. Hard one to live, brother. Especially when you deal with Phil. What up, Lord Nemesis? What's going on? Morning. Well, morning for me. All right, so gonna go ahead and start the actual content now. I did do a video on part of this stream. Comes out today at noon. If you guys aren't aware, most of my videos come out every day at noon. I don't think I'm gonna do Sundays anymore, just because I don't want to make the time for it. I got a lot of other stuff going on, like personally. So I don't think I'm gonna do videos Sundays, but Monday through Saturday is the goal every day at noon. Just like today at noon. But there was so much in this pre-stream that I couldn't help but watch it live, and then I watched it with Brand Dude, and then there's just so much to it that I wanted to talk about it, because even though I've seen it twice and I watched Brand Dude talk about it, just like with all of the other detractor content, no one says exactly what I want to say during it. So I wasn't doing anything this morning, and I wanted to hang out with you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and watch that.
What is up, everyone? I'm back, but sadly, my internet issues.
Yeah, one day off.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on. This is a big new release day, and on a day like today, I would normally say, hey, get ready for a brand new game and a brand new playthrough, and we'd all be excited, but I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll tell you all about what's happening, what the solution is, and more on today's Level 1 podcast. So let's do it.
his haircut, I'm convinced that the lady at Curls and Twirls is a detractor for sure. Comcast, Curls and Twirls, the helicopter company, the people who made the Wolverine figurine, for sure all detractors, and they're all at the meetings. At least from what I've been told, because no one sends me the invite. I keep asking Brand Dude, and he will not send me the link.
All right. So, everyone, welcome to the show. Today is Friday, the 27th of October, 2023. And like I said, usually, today would be my big day back after my day off from streaming yesterday. I'd be coming back in full force, very excited for a brand new streaming week. In fact, today is the release of Alan Wake 2, a horror game that we've all been waiting for 13 years. A game
I would just want to point out, I never played Alan Wake, but I did watch him play Alan Wake 2 yesterday, and the game looks decent from what I've seen. It like graphically, game looks fantastic. Story-wise, I was intrigued, but obviously it was the guy playing. So I take that with a grain of salt. He was boring me to sin. I didn't watch the whole thing. And I didn't watch the night stream at all.
that a lot of people thought would never be made. And by the way, a game that's being reviewed.
Yeah, someone did fly their helicopter directly over his house the other day. That was awful.
I can't wait to play it. You know what IGN said? Not to say that I believe what IGN says. They actually said, listen to this, the best written psychological horror
Morning,
game
waifu.
is Silent Hill 2. So either it's amazing or someone's really stupid. It's one or the other. I guess we're going to see when we play it together. But, I mean, I am really excited for this, obviously, because it's going to be a special playthrough. I played Alan Wake 1 when it was brand new. It was one of my more notable playthroughs from back in the day that got me notable and got me a lot of attention on YouTube.
Okay, we're talking about playthroughs that made him notable. Think Heavy Rain. Think Metal Gear Solid, and obviously think Bloodborne.
So I'm very excited to play Alan Wake 2 with you today.
Similar to Alan Wake, obviously. Sound good?
How can I put it this way? I worked my ass off to figure out how to get this game.
What the fuck is he wearing? Bro, come on. That's the kind of thing I would wear. I'm a Midwest boy. We wear flannels around here.
But
come on, bro. Don't knock my style.
I'm ready to go today to play this game with you, okay? But the problem is I'm having tons of internet issues, all right? To recap, in a nutshell,
Jesus.
While I was streaming back on Wednesday, my modems lost connection to the internet, and when they regained it, they have not properly worked.
He expects every single one of his dens to be there for every single stream. But then every single day he gets online and just re-explains what happened yesterday and then recaps the recap, which is the daily wrap. And then he's going to say all of that on the pre-stream, and then he's going to recap all of that in the daily wrap. It's like a never-ending cycle of recaps. If you watch that being said this past Sunday, or was it the group think, and they had the numbers, something like 30% of his content is him recapping during his pre-streams. Like, that's it. How is that possible? You have so little to talk about that you talk about what you talked about 30% of the time on your little pre-stream here.
Okay? By some miracle, I am still able to live stream from my desktop. I don't know why. My
Play a little
desktop
church every
is not
Sunday morning in Midwest,
internet.
for sure, for
My
sure.
Chrome browser seems to work fine with YouTube and allows me to broadcast and have no issues. I can even upload videos. But my Firefox browser won't even connect to YouTube.
Yeah, rest in peace, Firefox, for sure. The best browser. You should be using it if you don't. I don't have questionable haircuts over here. Reem, mind your business. Come on now. Girlfriend's a hairstylist. She does good work. Works at one of them fancy high-end salons, bro.
Load other sites.
Free haircuts and they look good.
Load like X.com and it'll load other things, but it won't even properly connect to YouTube. So what the hell's up with that? Something going on there, right? I have no idea. What could it be?
Uses Firefox.
Right.
I use
Everything else in
Firefox.
my
Leave it
house
alone.
won't connect to the internet
I hate
at all.
Google.
And I
I'll
have
fight
two
'em. I'll
internet
fight Google.
lines. One in this office and one
I also use
downstairs.
DuckDuckGo as a
I've
search
attempted
engine.
Wireless connection, wired Ethernet connection. I tried flushing my DNS and stuff like that. We've tried.
No,
using
not Curls and Twirls
using
2.0. I was showing her
different connections.
Curls and
For
Twirls
example,
yesterday,
we were
though.
troubleshooting this on Wednesday
She thought it
night.
was funny.
People suggested that instead of using the default DNS settings that Comcast, my internet provider, uses, that I change my DNS settings to the addresses of others, like Cloudflare is 1111 or Google is 8888. So I tried that, and basically what happened is I could get it to like partially work, but not fully. So I could get some internet to load, but it wasn't full speed. It was just all screwed up.
And I don't know if you guys saw my video that I did on half of his technical stream that he did the other day. That whole entire thing was just absurd. There was no reason it needed to exist at all. I've never seen anything like that. Like, no other streamer that I'm aware of gets online and just asks questions that he should just be Googling. I don't understand how that's a business plan. I don't understand how that's an acceptable practice at all. So I didn't get it. It looks awful. Yo, big ups. Games on Games for the 199. Big ups on the stream. Internet equals detractor. For sure. Comcast detractor. They've been a detractor for a while now, but it's definitely confirmed now. For sure. For sure. Opera GX for the win. No. Crashed my computer when I used it. I don't know why my computer didn't like it, but it didn't. Partially work, but not fully. Yeah, that's exactly what that word means. He's got to pig-splain the smallest things. Is dense equal Google search? Yeah, and that's absurd to me. That's one of the things I hate most about him.
Downstairs modem unplugged for 3 hours, thinking in a 3-hour unplug, when I plug this thing back in, it has to do a total refresh job, right?
Nice.
Nothing.
A refresh style job, guys. That's what I need to get in the business of. I need a refresh style job.
My phone still will only connect and then say there's still no internet. Same thing, here, if I plug this laptop directly into my modem, there's no internet connection. It says it's connected, but no internet connection, no response from the server, or you were rejected by the server. That's what it says.
Hopefully that didn't pick up on the mic. Again, I gotta figure out where the threshold is on this thing. But anyway, this whole entire situation is because his setup is god awful. He has the worst setup of any full-time content creator I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand how it can be as ghetto as it is with how much money he makes per year. I know he spends it all on Hogan's and whatnot, but yeah, it's just absurd, his setup. Like, not only the trash that he has behind him, but the fact that he doesn't use his PC to actually play the games like all in one to stream and record and play the games, but all of the cables that are on the floor, it's just absurd. I mean, the dude can't even position his microphone in a place that makes sense. He's way too far away from it. It actually sounds better the closer he gets, but it's not set up with the volume correct for him to actually be that close. I don't understand how you can run a business like this for 15 years and not understand these things.
So it's obvious there's some serious problem. All right. And quite frankly, I know it's not me. I did nothing. I changed
Remember
nothing.
when he got the mini PC and then
when all this happened,
chat told him to look up the model number?
On the
Yeah.
Comcast ISP
Yeah,
side,
he didn't buy it. How could he look it up?
right?
It's totally not on the
That
side. Come
screwed
on now.
everything over. And I don't know what. Now, yesterday I called Comcast on my day off. After a half an hour of wasted time, which I knew it would take, I finally got them to agree to send a tech out here because they said there's nothing else they could do to fix it. You know, they don't know anything. They tried to get a tech out yesterday, but they said they could only send a tech within a 4-hour window. And I told them, you can't do that. I have stuff to do. It's my day off. I have appointments and things that I have to go to. So I can't sit around all day waiting for you to show up. So they said, well, the only thing we can do is schedule a tech to come tomorrow during a 2-hour window. And I said, let's do that.
And this is the biggest thing that just absolutely threw me through a loop yesterday when I was watching this. Is this guy, the biggest problem in his life right now is this, what up, Tom Yun, is this internet problem. Like, this is the most stressful thing that's ever existed to him, right? He's absolutely thrown through a loop. He's doing multiple streams and posts and updates about his internet. And they offered to take care of it yesterday on his day off, which is the prime time to take care of something like this. And dude couldn't even be bothered to stay home enough to do that or leave Cat home or however it needed to happen, you know, couldn't be bothered. No, dude, it's my day off. I have to go get cat food and I pull Hogan's in public, I guess. Go to the mall. Like, creep on 17-year-old girls in the mall or whatever the line is from back in the day. Like, I just don't understand. There's no reason for that. And then to get on stream the next day and act like this about his internet when the answer was given to him. He had the solution. Absurd. It's just absurd.
Scheduled to come this afternoon. Okay. In fact, the tech might show up as early as in 45 minutes or so, or the tech could show up in another 3 hours. Seriously, like, that's how they do their windows, right? So, really, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why this is continuing. I've tried like everything I can think of, and we did a 2.5-hour troubleshooting session the other night. That didn't fix the issues.
I can't believe he actually expected his dents to fix the problem for him. That was never gonna happen. I don't understand how he thought that was gonna work. What jobs do I think Phil could really do? That's a good question. I really don't have an answer. I don't think he's good at anything. I don't think he really excels at anything because like a snake oil salesman, but even then he's a bad liar. So that's not going to work. No one's going to buy a used car from this guy because the second he snake laughs or goat laughs in your face, like, you're out of the fucking building. That's not going to work. So I really don't know. Maybe a Comcast tech because he thinks he knows everything. He didn't want the Comcast tech nailing Cat. Probably too late on that one. Yo, I remember, yeah, Tommy, the last time the internet went out, he said that Cat was watching Fraggle Rock. I remember that. That was hidden away in my memory banks. How could I forget Fraggle Rock lore? Come on now. Exactly, Sandwich. It's exactly that meme, for sure. Phil could be a nice would be a good Costco greeter? I don't think so. He's scared of people. He would, like, stand there. You know the meme where they point their fingers together and they got their feet, like, bowed in at each other and they're, like, shy? That's basically DSP in public because he's kind of a bitch.
Lucky.
The guy can't even do simple house maintenance. Exactly.
I have no idea why I'm
incapable of everything.
Only on the desktop, only through the Google browser. I have no idea, but I can. As you can see, I'm online right now, right? So I don't know what's going on and why this is still working, but I'm deathly afraid that I'm going to lose my connection again, or that, the computer might restart, or something's going to happen, and then I lose connection and I can't stream anymore, and then I can't work.
He's deathly afraid, but couldn't be bothered to take care of the situation when they offered to take care of the situation. I'd make that make sense, please, because that just doesn't add up to me. If you're that scared of something, then you would think that you would take care of it as soon as possible. But instead, he'd rather go do whatever his appointments are that he refuses to talk about.
Right? That's number one. The other reason I'm lucky.
Yo, big
and
ups
this is
Potatum for the
complete
subscription. I don't know if
100%
that's just a
random
YouTube
luck.
subscription or not. And I don't mean just a
Earlier
YouTube
this
subscription.
year,
Big ups. I'm trying to beat
I
Brand
renewed
Dude in
my internet
subscribers.
packages,
Not because
meaning
I dislike
my
him, but because
3-year
I think his content is great and it
agreement
would
that I
make
had
me
with
feel good.
Comcast had expired, and they were going to charge me ginormous full price. And I said, well, I'm not.
Don't
paying
tell him I said that.
ginormous full price for this. I need to go into new 3-year agreements. So the new 3-year agreements, one of them included, and I didn't even.
But I'm
know
coming
this,
for him.
A backup 4G wireless cellular internet device. By the way, if you're wondering what that noise is, that humming, I have no fucking clue. It sounds like something outside. It's really annoying.
Okay, he's gonna complain about the humming noise in the background, but he just lets his AC run in every single thing he does. The AC is constantly going to the point that it's become a meme at this point. And he just continued to talk over the loud ass helicopter that ran over his house, but a couple days ago. But this humming that I honestly can't even hear is what he's gonna complain about. I don't know why he picks some of the things he picks to bitch about. But also that 4G device that he's talking about, he absolutely shit all over when they handed it to him because it was part of his package. A package that he was upsold because his whole internet package nonsense doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. But when they handed him part of his package, he's like, well, I'm never going to use that. That's stupid. And look, he used it. How about just shut up and be grateful for once?
I have to close the window if it keeps up. It's driving me nuts. What is it? Hear it? Oh, I think someone's doing lawn work around here. I think that's what it is. Anyway, so this 4G internet device is insanely slow. You can't stream on it. You can't upload on it. It's just like a trickle of internet, like a drop of internet.
A trickle of internet.
But this...
Because the internet is a liquid that runs through the
Alan Wake
lines.
2. I bought it.
Everyone
and I-
knows that
I
internet
downloaded-
comes
guess how
via
long it took to
liquid.
Download Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is around 80 gigs. It took 13 and a half hours to download Alan Wake 2 on this. That's how slow it is.
Personal side note, when I first got the first PC game I ever played was on a laptop. I downloaded Half-Life 2 as one of the first games I ever played. I don't know how big Half-Life 2 is, but it took me over 24 hours on the Wi-Fi connection at my parents' house to play this game. I really let my laptop run for 24 plus hours to play Half-Life 2. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even like the game. I don't even like it. To this day, it's very disappointing to me. I just wasn't, I didn't like it. Sorry. I know that might be blasphemy. Whatever.
The good news, though, is...
So I don't want to hear him complain about 12 hours or whatever. He doesn't know the struggle.
So I have chat working, I have contribution tracking, and everything working on my laptop as normal, okay? So the good news is I can actually stream. Like, I'm streaming right now. It's working.
Yeah, thanks for the subscription. Better be Barker.
The correct speeds and everything. I got my setup working. So I can work. The problem is, at any moment it could go out and then I lose connection. I'm done. And then I can't work because I'm not going to be able to get it back. That's number one. Number two, I have a completely worthless modem downstairs. And that's the modem that I do all my other stuff on. You know, our cell phones, our Fire Stick, you know, Amazon Fire Stick to watch TV and YouTube and stuff.
Yo, thanks K-Money for the donation.
That's what I
Pick up,
actually have
brother.
as a backup device for the laptop as well. That
I
if this
will
modem
open
or
that
something
tab
goes down
and
in the
find
office,
out
I have a
if there was a
backup
message on it.
device to at least get online and tell you guys what's going on. It doesn't work at all. So I need to have this guy come out and figure this out because, you know, God forbid we have a blip in the power or this connection for some reason disconnects and I can't reconnect it, then I can't work, right? I can't stream. So this sucks. The worst feeling is when you don't know what's going wrong and you feel helpless because you just have absolutely no way to help it yourself, you know?
But if you feel that helpless, how did you not just accept their help yesterday to actually fix your situation? I can only say it doesn't make sense how many times. I'll just be on loop all day because again, it just doesn't make sense. There's no way. Amadeus, brother, hey dude, good content. Don't let the vortex change you, man. Big ups. Oh, the vortex has been a part of my life for a long time now. I am who I am because of it. I'm already ruined. Sorry. What's my favorite game though? Fallout New Vegas, probably. I wouldn't recommend people play it, but I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. Hard to play modern day unless you're willing to mod the ever loving hell out of it, which I do. But I think it's great. And then probably like Bloodborne and RimWorld and Kenshi. Those are games that I love. Appreciate it. Appreciate the question. Afternoon invalid beg activity. Make sure you click on the ads. Top of the morning to y'all. What's this YouTube curator curating for the uncurated dents? Thanks for the $9.99, Jerry. This is the pre-stream from yesterday, and that's what we are watching today because it is absurd.
At least there was something I could do here to figure
exactly. I love Bloodborne. I have a Bloodborne tattoo. I have a New Vegas tattoo, so I'd be remiss to mention them. RimWorld is fantastic. Always got to mention Kenshi. Waiting for Kenshi 2 with bated breath. I'll take the day off for Kenshi 2.
The people they have on the customer service line are literally that, just customer service reps. They don't know anything technical at all. All they do is sit there and read a checklist. And they're nice. They try to be nice or whatever. But I tell them, as soon as I start talking to this person, I'm like, there's no way you can help me. I'm going to tell you the whole situation. You're not going to understand what I'm saying. So I tell them the whole situation. They don't understand what I'm saying. They, kick it off to someone else. Oh, they don't know what I'm saying. Okay, we need a tech out there. Okay.
Well, DSP, I'm very familiar with the way you talk and the content that you make, and I'm not surprised that they don't know what you're saying, because I'm almost certain that you were talking about back in 2010 when you got fired from the helicopter company. I'm pretty sure you were talking about the Wolverine toys, and I'm pretty sure that you were probably talking about how you have a cult of detractors that follow you around, and it's all because of Evil AJ making a This Is How You Don't Play back in 2013. And they were probably confused to all hell, because that has nothing to do with your internet. Yo, there's the notification for Jerry. Big ups, Jerry. Dacky, what kind of field work am I in? I do waste management. So make of that what you will. He did send the YouTube bot a lengthy email. Of course he did. I remember that lore. But again, nothing he could do. He doesn't want to deal with these people. And then when they give him a solution and they tell him like, oh, we can take care of it, he doesn't want to accept the help. He wants to take his day off because he can't be bothered to fix his business on his quote unquote day off. Whatever the hell that means. I mean, dude's at home 6 days a week. I don't understand how you could have any more days off than that.
Okay, that's what I thought, So I guess we're going to see what happens today when the tech shows up. I'll be honest, the techs are great. Like, every tech I've ever had out to my house from Comcast is educated, very, very smart and troubleshooting mindset, pretty much knows the ins and outs of everything. The only thing is they don't know, and this is hilarious. You ready for this? They don't necessarily know the ins and outs of hardware. For example, at one point, I needed to change my IP address. This was many, many years ago when someone was DDoS attacking me, okay? And I told them I need a new IP.
Yo, personal pet peeve of mine. I hate that he said, yeah, I'm in the Tony Soprano business. I hate when he says that he gets DDoS attacked. I understand that you can say that it is an acronym or whatever. Just say you got DDoSed. Just say DDoSed. Everyone's gonna know what you're talking about, and if they don't, they could go look it up. It's a small thing that I personally just don't like. It feels like he's over enunciating and over explaining something that he doesn't need to do. I hate that.
And we sat here for an hour to figure out that Comcast modems auto search for the same ISP.
Definitely regarded.
The same IP. Even when you disconnect them and reconnect them to the internet, they don't get a new IP. They auto search for the same IP and reconnect to it no matter what, if it's available. So the only way to get a new IP address on a Comcast modem is, number one, have two modems. Think about it.
Which you already have.
Plug them both into the same Ethernet line at once, okay? One has your old IP, one has your new IP. When they both have the IP, get rid of the old modem and just keep the new one plugged in. That's one way. Or to unplug the modem for so long that someone else grabs your IP address by plugging in and refreshing their own modem, and then when you plug it in, you get a new one. But there's no way to know how long that could be. That could be 5 minutes. That could be 5 hours. That could be 5 fucking days. So.
Also, if you watched the Brand Dude stream yesterday, definitely hashtag Team Juice. He's definitely sucking in the juice. He's not blowing out the gunk when he does that. That little inhale. But I don't quite know enough about ISPs and IPs and all of that. I'm not a very technical network style individual. But I don't know that I know for a fact he's not either. So either the guy told him this or he's making this up right now. He has no idea about that kind of thing. So there's, like I said, there's two options here. The guy who fixed his problem told him this, or he's lying to your face. That's kind of always the two DSP options. Either someone told him or he's lying.
That's the thing, like, with Comcast, it's so hit or miss. None of the employees who work there on the phone know anything.
Yeah, I know. He did nothing wrong and everything correct.
You have to call to get to the next level of support. When the techs come out, they're very smart. The problem is they come out and they usually don't know what they're up against. They don't even know what problems they're trying to fix because the person who you talk to on the phone doesn't know shit. So it's like, you know, imagine if you were a rocket scientist, right? And, you know, someone needs your expertise, but then they tell you, I don't know what you need. I need you for. You're just going to show up and what am I here for? Right? No one can tell you because everyone's so dumb. They don't understand rocket science. So they can't tell you what you're actually needed your help for. That's pretty much it. So I know what's going to happen. This tech will walk into my home and have no idea what they're here for.
DSP is the main character. All of his problems are unique. Brand dude, I am him. I will continue to be him for sure. But DSP is also him. If him is fucking regarded out of his mind. Because there's no... I don't understand how the guy whose job is to take care of situations like this is just going to be unfamiliar with this situation. Like he's never dealt with this. When you're in that field of work, I'm pretty sure that you have to at least understand how your field of work operates. I know that DSP hasn't worked a job in 15 years because he's got his legacy going on. But when you do work, you have to be familiar and understand the work in order to continue to do your job and be paid. That's just how life goes. And if this guy isn't sure what's going on, he's not just going to turn around and walk away. It's going to be escalated. It's going to be taken care of because DSP's paying for a service. That's as simple as it gets. It's going to be taken care of. This is not as doom and gloom as DSP lets it on to be. It's not the end of the world. It's not just never going to be fixed. But this guy's going to have no idea, and it's just going to be unsolved forever.
All they're going to know is, so your internet doesn't work, right? That's it. Because I explained the entire situation to that person on the phone, and I guarantee you they didn't understand a word of it, and they just said...
What up, Marion? Glad you're here.
You know? This is pretty funny. Now, of course...
Got the big sip. Can we get the chew, the combo? Hell yeah, get the chew in. Multiple chews.
Insano conspiracy theories. We have people literally saying things like, what if this is an elaborate detractor's plot?
This is highly regarded. I was going to cover this solo today, but I wanted to watch the whole thing all over again. DSP was a customer support helicopters. Did he understand everything about helicopters? Obviously, dude. You don't know that DSP's that's his ACE certification. It was definitely covered in the course, I promise. Don't ask who gave him the certification.
I'm serious.
But yeah, the Comcast is definitely a detractor plot for sure. He, like I said yesterday, and I believe I already said it today, the CEO and president of Comcast is going to be at the next detractor meeting, which I can only know through rumors because Brand Dude refuses to send me the invites. So I'm still waiting on that. My DMs are open, Brand Dude. Let me get the invite. Please.
Saying this. What are people who don't
I'm trying to see Tevin
to ruin you or whatever? All right. Well, I would say a few things. Number one, if this is an elaborate detractor plot, this is probably the most elaborate plot ever.
Yo, Tevin's the CEO of Comcast. He wishes his internet would be better at that rate.
Someone else to become a moderator and then pretend to be my friend, but then try to like hurt me or leak information or get me banned. And that happened twice. That literally happened twice in my years as a content creator. And this is, I'd say this more elaborate than that. This is more elaborate than them completely fabricating.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Sorry, I spaced the hell out for a second.
All right. Well, I would say a few things. Number one, if this is an elaborate detractor plot, this is probably the most elaborate plot ever. Like, this is more elaborate than them catfishing me for a year and a half and pretending to be someone else to become a moderator and then pretend to be my friend, but then try to like hurt me or leak information or get me banned. And
that's not exactly elaborate at all, though. Higher purpose. If DSP had to get a real job, what do I think he'd be good at? We already answered that in the stream. Rewind the stream. JK. I don't have an answer because I don't think he's good at anything. No, but the moderation catfishing, which again, I hate that he calls it catfishing because I immediately think like relationships, like the show, like he's gonna date somebody, and I keep thinking that there's lore that I missed, but it turns out to be he's just talking about someone messing with him on the internet, which I guess is kind of catfishing, but whatever. That's not elaborate at all. That is 100% something that's practical and very easy to do, and can't believe that he fell for it, to be honest with you. That's insane. I don't understand how he didn't see that coming. He really should have been more... I don't want to say he should be more secretive because I'm not a big fan of conspiracy side Phil, but given the situation and circumstances that he finds himself under, I would highly recommend that he... Yes, act fishing. I would highly recommend that he continue to be more selective, but he does definitely need to find moderators, so it is a rock and a hard place. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is totally unreasonable, but it's not that complicated. It's not an elaborate plan to mess with DSP. It's very easy to mess with DSP.
happened twice. That literally happened twice in my years as a content creator. And this is, I'd say this more elaborate than that. This is more
Dacky, he was pre-Panda breakup. He was known for responding to everyone with a girl profile picture. I didn't even know that. Pick up's the new lore I'm getting. I'll just believe you. I won't look it up.
And it completely falsified
I'll
information.
put it in the books.
About bank statements, all the shit they've done there, right? It's more elaborate than that. It's more elaborate than we had.
You just say it's... Hang on. Run it back. Run it back. Check. Quit distracting me. Jeez, God. More elaborate than the bank leaks?
Providing years, apparently, of fake Discord chats and it completely falsified information.
Fake Discord chats, but we know about the Discord. That was part of the leaks from the... Like, all of that, for sure. 100%. And he's talked about his mod chat recently straight up. He didn't say it was a Discord, but 100%. He's in these chats. We know. There's no point in even trying to lie about it at this point. That's
bank statements, all the shit
a waste of time. He's delusional.
It's more elaborate.
Get him out of here.
It's more elaborate than when we had a fake escort, right? That didn't exist, but was,
which the detractors debunked. You're welcome. I mean, I didn't have a part in that, but he'll never give him credit for it.
But you know what? It's not impossible. I would say it's not impossible. Seriously, I wouldn't put anything past anyone because people are absolutely insane. And
his Discord's been leaked 4 times for sure.
Who knows?
His denial of it is just absurd at this point.
Who has control over this kind of shit, has a bug up their ass about me, and is willing to risk their job to fuck with me. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, wait a minute though. While that is absurd and highly unlikely, what I can say, as the person who's not taking part in this action against DSP, that would be hilarious. And if you really don't like DSP, if you're really committed to the bit, all respect for being committed to the bit that hard, that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make yourself a part of DSP history. 100%. That is so funny. But not happening. That it's too absurd. Too absurd.
Because some people have said, well, I don't understand, Phil, if your internet screwed up.
Thought it was nuts at first and he convinced himself it might be real. Yeah, he can talk. Yo, the Pignosis works on himself. I think that's why he's so convinced when he does his own Pignosis, is because he talks himself into circles so much he starts to believe his own lies. Which is an enigma to me because I've never witnessed it quite like you can see it happen live with DSP. But yes, exactly. He can make himself believe anything if he just talks about it enough.
They would only be affected if the internet outright went down. I have completely different hardware and a completely different setup than them. I have all business class modems and different accounts. They don't have that. They just have residential.
Brand dude, we're just on the same wavelength, brother.
Mine's a completely different thing. So that's why, like, even though I'm using the same lines as them, unless it's an outright, oh, internet's completely out, they likely would have no idea that I have any problems because we're on different lines and everything, different
Again, DSP is entirely unique. He's the main character. There's nobody like him. It's fine. Just don't think about it. Every problem that you have, don't worry about it. It doesn't exist because DSP is really the main character. So you should just go do whatever you want. It won't matter in the end because DSP's life story is the only one that's worth anything. Obviously. Sound good? Sounds good to me. And by the way, you know, categories.
Counts and everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's funny is Tyler in the chat says, really, dude, you're not that important. I know. Tyler, I think you have reached my point. I'm not important. I'm Joe Nobody. I have a little presence on the internet, right? A few hundred viewers a stream, a few thousand viewers a video, if that. Probably 1,000 people on this planet who genuinely like what I do and support it. But I'm able to make a living doing it. And
Is there genuinely 1,000 people, do you think, that like DSP? And the other day, I'm pretty sure he said, like, collectively there's 10,000. So I don't know why he's flipping the script now. I keep your numbers consistent. If you're gonna lie to me, lie to me. Don't lie to me two different ways. I hate that. Just lie straight up. Thanks, Jake Cook, for the subscription, brother. Appreciate it. Joe Nobody is Jesus, but he's massively successful and we're jealous. 100%. You wish you had a horse for a wife. Victim, victim, victim. For sure. Always the victim. He's the main character. He's always the underdog. He's our hero. Go, go, go. He's basically Hercules, and we're just the peons on in the stands watching, you know?
a lot of people have issue with that.
Maybe
They don't
50,
like
50
that,
maybe.
that I
Yeah,
can still
probably
be
50
successful.
people.
You know what
The
I'm saying?
700
They
views that he
hate
gets
me
is
for some reason,
hate
and you
watches
tell me
for
it
sure.
doesn't make sense. You're right. It doesn't make
Pighules.
sense. I agree with you, Tyler.
Watch out for my
That's my
Photoshop
point.
posts. Come on
None of
now.
this makes any
Pighules is
sense.
coming.
Would you have catfished people for a year and a half to pretend to be someone to become a moderator of mine? Would you?
I personally wouldn't because I have more important things to do. But if I was if I was a lot younger, if I was a teenager and I had as much free time as I did back then, and I was as into DSP as I am now, dude, fuck maybe. I don't know. Like I said, cement yourself in the DSP lore. It is what it is, man. It's funny. It's what happens on the internet, especially when you are who you are. I don't blame people for wanting to fuck with him. Yo, big ups, Marion, for the subscription. Appreciate it, brother. Oh, and now that Brand Dude is here, I'm trying to get more subscriptions than Brand Dude. Not because I dislike him, but because I think his content is great and it would make me feel good. So do with that what you will. I'm sorry, Brand Dude. We got beef now. I'm just creating it out of thin air because I really like your content. Sorry.
You have elaborately invented a bunch of falsified information about mobile gaming? Would you have pretended to be an escort, faking that you were visiting me and doing all this for like a 6-month period? Do you see what I'm saying? None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it makes any sense at all, and it's all happened. So I wouldn't put it past
Doesn't make sense,
someone
though.
to say they're nuts, they're complete losers, and they're wasting their life, and they're actually risking their livelihood to fuck with me. I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that's the case either, DSP. Shout out Hosky for the 5. My beehole puckers for hours every time he says Joe Nobody. Hey, he's just Joe Nobody, man. Don't worry about it. He's just Phil, and he's on Phil Island, and he lives there by himself. Hashtag where's cat? Hashtag justice for Jasper. I mean, the cat can't even live on the island with the guy. He takes so much of the island up with his DoorDash styrofoam. Don't ask questions.
That's the wildest conspiracy theory.
Yep, got to get the big sip in, couple chews. Hell yeah, love to
I really
see
don't
it.
believe that that's the case at all. Okay, but it's a possibility, right?
Yeah, Brand Dude
I
drama.
guess
Sorry,
the
Brand Dude. Didn't mean to
weirdest
do
thing
it to
about
you.
Is that the way the internet blipped out? We were live streaming Spider-Man, and it went from green
Subscribe
to
to
red,
Brand Dude,
and then
though.
right back to green within 60
Content's
seconds.
great. I'll link it.
So within a minute, everything was back up and running, and that makes me feel like that's a firmware update. You know what I mean? Because if it was a DDoS attack, which it's not, because no one has my ISP or my IP, but if it was a DDoS attack by some random reason, let's say someone does have a bug up their ass about me or whatever, my whole modem would have had to cycle and restart, and that takes a while, and I would have noticed that, and that's not what happened. It just went bloop, and then bloop, came right back, and
Guys, take notes that if it was a DDoS, it wouldn't have went bloop and then bloop. It would have made like a thunk and then a thunk noise. You know, it's a different noise. If you don't know these things, you know, you wouldn't be aware. But DSP is giving you the scoop here that it makes a bloop and bloop noise when it's not a DDoS. That's just how it works.
I was able to stream within 60 seconds. So it definitely feels to me like that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But what happened and what changed and what is screwing with my internet, I don't know. I really feel like it's a DNS issue, because how is it that I can...
Marion, I see you subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate it.
How is it that only one device is working and not others? How is it that when we tried changing the DNS address to Comcast, to Google or Cloudflare servers, that I was able to at least partially get on the net? Right? So that's got to be it. Now the question is, what's the solution?
DSP basically figured out the problem. I don't know why he didn't tell the people in the chat, in the Comcast customer chat, this. He could have just told them what the problem was, and they could have figured it out right then and there. But he just confused them. Probably because they didn't know anything. Obviously, he said that. That makes way more sense than him just being insufferable and hard to listen to and not communicating effectively. And also, he probably has no idea what he's talking about. What he said makes way more sense than what I said. Sorry, I didn't mean to lead you guys astray. Thank you, Kabayu. I'm hard. I can't do names. Don't worry about it. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it.
I don't know.
What up, Chef?
Changed, so I don't know how Comcast could possibly fix it.
Oh, you subbed to the one that I linked? Yeah, dude, watch Brand Dude's content. It's fantastic.
Modems completely and see if that fixes it. That might happen. They might be like, I don't know. Just change both modems. And that would be insane if that happened, but that might happen. You know?
Team Juice. What's insane about that? If you're having internet issues and their solution is just to replace both modems, which I've had internet issues before at my parents' house, and they just replaced the modem. How is that insane? That's something that they do all of the time. It's like it probably happens all of the time when they just decide it's not worth the hassle to try and figure out what's wrong with it. Here's a new one. Go crazy. Like, that seems like a completely reasonable thing to do. Don't understand how that would be crazy
so
at all.
I guess we're gonna find out today. But the problem is, I don't know when they're gonna arrive. Again, they could arrive within about 35-40 minutes, or they could take hours.
Definitely Team Juice. There's no way that's Team Gunk. Come on now.
This tech that comes in, I'm gonna be so nice to this person, because I can't. Can you imagine working as a Comcast tech? You literally are walking into a hornet's nest every time you walk into a business or a home. You have no idea what's going on because no one gives you any information.
The real hornet's nest is walking into a house and you have to deal with the guy standing over your shoulder, pretending like he knows everything, and he's going to give you the solution. He's going to do your job for you, but you still had to show up. That's the real hornet's nest. That's the nightmare that every Comcast tech wakes up with in the state of Washington, is that they might get dispatched to DSPs, snort for it, and have to deal with the guy and his horse wife. I had a friend who was a Comcast tech, and I could not imagine that guy having to deal with DSP. There's no way he could do it. I don't think. They just would not mesh to the point where he would just have to leave the job.
This person is literally probably just...
He can't imagine working at all. No, he can't.
So they're thinking it could be a line. It could be that, it could
I'm
be...
glad you like the vid, Chef. New one at noon. Even though I might still be here, I don't know.
It's good. And then you're going to walk in and like, oh, fuck. This is going to be the most elaborate thing, right? Yes, Franco, hello. I remember you were trying to help me the other day. Thank you very much for that.
Yo, big ups Franco for trying to help and not coming up with the solution. You idiot. Come on, dude. DSP needs his internet back, and you failed. You failed the guy. So make sure your tip is tip is in money. Tip is in money, guys. Make sure your tip is extra big for the guy. Take my worthless Canuck bucks, Atlas. Big ups. When can I be invited to your library, Sir Bookkeeper? Let's settle this epic drama live. Brand Dude, I'll call you right now. Don't threaten me. Also, 5 Canadian? Yuck. Yuck. Can't believe you would even bother being Canadian. Awful. Awful. Shout out all my Canadian fans. Yuck. I don't mean that. I'm kidding.
Franco,
Hey,
my
Flex
load
versus,
upgrade is
going
not
on?
Working fine. It's not. I already you missed.
Yo, he made
out.
$150 on Alan Wake. Jesus.
My browsers on my DS desktop will not work properly. My
Browsers on his
Wi-Fi
desktop
browser
won't work,
load
guys.
at
It's
all.
pretty fucked
I
up.
try to do it and it says there's no internet connection, but then it'll load like x.com.
Just ban Brand, dude. He's a known troll.
There's weird shit going on, and it's not what you're saying.
Oh yeah, he knows trolls.
And again, you got to remember, I've directly.
It's a shame he makes good
connected to my modem.
content.
I haven't used any router or anything. I've tried plugging directly in with the Ethernet cable. It didn't fix this problem. Okay, so anyway,
Yo, Team Juice again. Big ups. Shout out Never Blowing Bubbles 1337 for the two. Is that two Australian? Is that what the A stands for? I'm gonna go with that's two down under bucks. Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Yo, there's the brand new notification. Never Blowing Bubbles 1337. Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Yes, Philip, aka Karen. For sure, he's the worst. He's the worst person to have to deal with at your job. He's god awful. God awful. He knows everything. Yeah, that's
this is gonna be a
Australian.
wild one. And
Shout out the upside down dollars.
man, I hope we get it fixed today. If not, see, here's the problem. If it's not fixed today, what's the next step? What if they can't figure out what it is?
Oh, then they would just they would just send another guy at a later date, probably the next day, with a bunch of different equipment, or maybe that guy already has the equipment and he'll figure it out, and it'll just take longer. I don't understand. What do you think would happen? They're just gonna leave it forever? That's like they're just gonna be, well, that's all we could do. We're gonna get out of here now. Good luck, though. That's not how these things work, DSP. You know that. You've been doing this for 15 years. You've had a plethora of internet issues, and all of them have been solved, and they've been solved relatively quickly. So I don't understand. What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, they have a responsibility to fix my internet because I'm paying for it.
Yes, they do. What are you asking? I'm sorry. I'm probably loud. My bad. But yeah,
You know,
they do
well,
have a
that's the next
responsibility to
step.
fix it. You paid
Technical
for
know-how
it.
and expertise. They don't know what's going on. I don't know.
They don't have the technical expertise and the know-how. Dude, it's their equipment. It's their lines. They're gonna figure it out. It's not an option.
I feel like what's going to be doing is levels of troubleshooting, right? First, they're going to try to run tests on their end. Then they're going to.
Yo, shout out Mr. E for stopping by. I appreciate it.
I don't know, but how long could this? This could take hours. You know, hours and hours of just messing around, trying every possible thing to diagnose what's going on and go from there. Now,
Yeah, that's what they do when they come out to check it, dude.
Last night, we took one of our phones and turned it into a hotspot. And we used the hotspot to connect our Fire Stick to the phone.
Yo, shout out Hotspot and his Fire Stick.
And we
Big
actually
ups.
watched some YouTube videos and stuff. But here's
Who'd you watch, DSP? Can you name drop them for me? Can you tell me that your content was so much better than theirs? Please? Please? I need another video out of it. Please? And that's the only way he was going to spend time with his wife, is if he connected his phone as a hotspot so that he could watch stuff. Because he can't just be in the same room with her. That's not allowed. He can't spend any quality time with her. He's not allowed to talk to her, can't play board games, can't take her out, can't do the nasty. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All we can do is watch the Fire Stick, honey. It was part of the prenuptial agreement. Other than that, you have to stay in your office and your own bedroom.
the problem with that. We have limited.
Sorry, keep stopping him. I actually told my girlfriend about this nonsense over dinner after I made one of my videos. I was just telling her, about my day, and I told her about the guy. She likes hearing about that guy every once in a while. She's a semi-detractor. Her very first thought when I was like, the internet went out, and DSP said that he didn't know what to do to spend time with his wife, so he wasn't going to. And her first thought was, why don't they just do the nasty? That's not how she said it, but she was like, and she herself was like, I expect that if the internet goes out, the first thing you're gonna do is come out here and start touching me. Which, don't get that thought in your head, because I'm a skeleton and all. But even she knows that when the internet or the power goes out, like the first thing that people go to when they're in the house with their significant other, instantly you're gonna do something like that. You're gonna do something gross. But no, DSP can't be bothered. He's got to watch the Fire Stick or whatever.
Data, even though we're on an unlimited data plan.
Atlas set. Yeah, a Mrs. Bookkeeper, even though we're not married yet.
We looked into it. We have, I believe it's like, I want to say it's like 40 gigs of.
It's all ogre when the internet goes out,
and
for
the
sure.
thing is, originally, when I went to download Alan Wake 2, I thought I'll use the hotspot. So I did, and I downloaded like 30 gigs of it. And then I looked into it, and it said, oh, you have limited hotspot data. I said, oh, fuck. So I turned it off. And that's when I started using this weird 4G backup device that's really slow, because I was going to exceed my hotspot limit, in which case that's a huge bill.
Nice snort. Why did he opt to use his hotspot first instead of the device that is specifically given to him for his business class internet that is not working? For when his business class internet doesn't work. This device is specifically made so that he can continue to do his business online. He didn't think to use that first. He immediately went for the hotspot. Why didn't he use the device? That's actually what it's for. Like, what was the train of thought on that? Probably just forgot. Maybe he did. The Jinn rotted away the memory of him ever receiving that device, even though he talked about it on his stream. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, so I don't want that to happen. So we did.
I agree, Greedo the Green. I'm not going to say that out loud.
Like YouTube
That's
videos
gross,
last
gross.
night,
But
and I think
I
only
agree.
used about a gig of data, so that's not bad. You know, the thing is, when you're using like hotspots and stuff, it'll completely limit the quality you can get. So likely we were watching.
You're getting a lawyer for the image of Cat and Phil I just put in your head. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I didn't mean to do it to y'all.
So.
G Woody, I think I've seen you say that your mom's a detractor because she watches Gundam vids with you or whatever. I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
That's my eye. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. All right, at any moment I could get a phone call, and by the way, that might happen. So if that happens, here's what's gonna do. I'm gonna mute the mic and I'm gonna do this. All right.
Oh my
So you're
god.
not gonna see me. I'm gonna be over here muting the mic, talking on the phone to the tech who likely is on the way. Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a phone call at some point. The question is when. Because, again, they could show up as early as in a half an hour, or they could take 2-3 hours to show up here. But the point I'm making is there's no point in me starting Alan Wake 2. I have it. We could play it. But what's the point of starting when I know I'm about to get interrupted?
This is so regarded. Yo, what up, Darksea? Glad to see you make it. Big ups for showing up. Yo, I'm stuffed up. It feels awful. Sorry. This guy doesn't understand the point of starting the stream that he's supposed, like playing the game and starting the stream that he was supposed to start, that his viewers probably actually showed up for, because he's the guy who plays the games. You know, that's his thing. He plays games. Oh, dude, you want me to cover one nostril and suck in the juice? Oh, absolutely, dude. Here you go. There you go. You guys can have that one. You're welcome. But what does he mean? What's the point of playing for 20 minutes? You don't know that it's going to be 20 minutes. It could be 20 minutes. It could be 2 hours, like you said. So why don't you just play the game as far as you can, since you're so desperate to play the game? You want to play it so bad. You're dying to play the game. I think at one point you say that, or you have said that already in this stream, and I've forgotten already. Just play the goddamn game. You can just pause it and come back. It's not that big a deal.
Right? All it's going to happen is going to give us tremendous blue balls. We're going to be.
I would hate to
here
get blue
and start the
balls.
game, and
A la
immediately we're like, oh my
Bloodborne.
God, now I can't play. Right? So there's no point. I'm just going to wait for the tech to show up before we.
But we're just going to wait.
And I really.
We can't be bothered to play the
fix,
game.
And then we can jump right into Alan Wake 2, and we can play it and enjoy it. Because again,
Blue Blanca balls,
reviews are
big
stellar
black
for this
butts. Of
game.
course, Brand, dude. You know what it is.
And everyone is, really excited to see me play it. I'm excited to play it. 13 years of waiting, and instead of me sitting here hyped for Alan Wake 2, I got to tell you about bullshit internet issues. It's bullshit,
But you don't have to do that. You could just play the game. You have it installed. You are able to stream. You can play the game. You don't have to sit here and do this internet spiel again. Nobody cares. And that's the worst part, is just the blatant disrespect for his audience that he has, that he can't even be bothered to play the game because he might be interrupted, when that's what his audience actually wants to see. They don't want to hear this internet nonsense. for the upteenth time since it's happened. It happened during the Spider-Man stream. They had to hear about it. He did the impromptu technical difficulties stream. He did the update on his day off, all about this internet nonsense. And then he's going to show up on his level 1 pre-stream here and just sit there and talk about the internet garbage that he's already talked about, and there's been no recent updates about, other than that the guy is going to show up. Big ups to the guy for showing up. Different guy, not this guy, but big ups to the guy. When we could just play the goddamn game. Just play the game. And I don't even like his gameplay. I hate his gameplay. It's awful. It sucks. But that's what his audience wants to see, is the game.
What's killing me is, what is the cause of the problem?
Yo, what up, Nugs Medallion?
What's the thing what's going to prevent this problem from happening again? That's another issue too. It's not only a matter of, okay, what's causing the problem and let's fix it.
Oh, dude, my favorite Bloodborne boss is Rom.
I don't know. How do we stop
the spider, the vacuous spider? Big ups, Rom.
I don't know how you stop an issue like this.
I like stuff with eyes. Sorry. Not a very difficult boss fight, but I like the infinite water stage he's on.
Anyway.
Gameplay is a snooze fest for sure.
So, folks.
Yo, did I miss the water chew? Sorry, I gotta run it back. Can't miss the water chew.
Like this, right?
It's one of my favorite parts. Big sip. Nice. Big ups for never blowing bubbles 1337 again for the 2 upside down dollars. DSP runs a Findom channel, not a gaming channel. Absolutely, 100%. He's like, that's exactly what he runs, and he is a feeder for Cat. So it really just goes hand in hand. She should just start a feeder channel, to be honest. It might make more money.
Anyway. All right, so folks,
and I'm going to keep pausing. Sorry, that's what we do here on the Atlas stream. It's pretty unorganized. Renee, exactly. And this is all because his laptop can't connect to the tips. So he'd have to check it on his phone, and then he can't see. And this is, Brandude said this. I'm not going to steal the shout out, Brandude. This is entire, and it's, Jesus, slow down, kid. This is because he would have to check the tips on his phone. And like Brandude said yesterday, it's because he needs to read the chat, because his ego cannot let him play the game while people are talking about him. He won't be able to focus. And that is absurd to me, because he's always going on about how he just wants to play the game. All he wants to do is play games for his audience. He hates when people talk about other things in chat, and he just can't play the game. He's incapable of playing games if he can't read the chat. That doesn't make sense to me. If you're so in love with video games and that's your passion, you would think you'd be able to just play the game. And it would almost be a benefit that there's no chat, because they can't distract you. But he can't do it. He has to see what people are saying. He has to be controlling what they say while he plays the games.
Folks, let's talk about Phil's day off. I'm going to be honest with you guys. All right? It wasn't great. All right? Why wasn't it great? For multiple reasons. All right? Reason number one.
Yeah, why wasn't it great? Reason number one. Internet.
So,
Imagine
no matter
that.
What I did yesterday,
crazy.
This internet thing was going to be in the back of my head. It was going to be
the back of my mind, the back of my neck, I think. And it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. What a classic clip. Every time I hear the line back of my head or back of my mind, all I can think of is that clip.
Bothering me.
So thanks,
right?
DSP. You've ruined part of my life.
Was bothering me the entire time. Like, am I going to be able to get my internet back? Am I going to be able to work? Right? What am I going to, what are we going to do? So that.
But it could have been taken care of. Just a friendly reminder that he had the option to have it taken care of that day, but instead he would go and do whatever the hell he was doing and have it mess with him all day long and be a constant distraction. Exactly. Big ups Memology for that clip. But he would much rather deal with his entire day being distracted and upset about this instead of actually just dealing with the problem.
Well, it was a problem all day in the back of my head. In addition,
back of my mind,
I had a ton
back of my
things
neck
that I had to do yesterday. I had multiple appointments. I think you can figure out what one of the appointments was, but I had multiple appointments.
Yeah, Dudette did mention that yesterday.
That I had to do all during the.
Sorry, I watched your content, and we, like I said, we think along the same lines.
I had to hurry around, driving all around all day. Instead of it being a more relaxing day where my wife
it's just so
and I
iconic.
We could just do what we wanted. Instead, it was very hectic. So we're driving half the day.
Yes.
moving around.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. It's very
They're moving around. They're driving. Frustrating. How is that? How is driving around and moving around frustrating, Dave? Is just getting in the car frustrating for you? You hate being out in the sunlight? I could tell by your ghoulish skin you don't go out very much, but neither do I. And I'm not frustrated by just the sun and the fresh air. What does that mean?
very frustrating when you can't just relax or do.
Had an appointment, grocery shopping, and haircut.
It was a
And
nice
dude, you
day,
can't forget stopping
but
at the
because we
pet
had
store
so
to get
much
cat
do,
food and iTunes gift cards.
We got home at one
Come on
point
now.
after having
We're leaving out the
grocery
lore.
shop, and it was already
He's
very
moving
late
different,
afternoon,
for
early
sure.
evening.
Sorry, I don't have a
And it's
soundboard
like
like
we've
you.
already been out so many hours, and now we still have other shit to do. And my wife was so exhausted, and she's like, "I really don't want to go out again." I'm like, "Yeah, but we still got to do this. We still got to do this. We got to get dinner, you know." So we basically like recouped
Gotta get
for like
dinner.
an hour, and then we went back out again, and we did a bunch more stuff. We did get some food. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and we
Why they came back home? Wait, run it back. Run it back.
still have other shit to do. And my wife
had
was
other
so
shit to do.
exhausted, and she's like, "I really don't want to go out again." I'm like, "Yeah, but we still got to do this. We still got to do this. We got to get dinner, you know." So we basically like recouped for like an hour, and then we went back out again, and we did a bunch more stuff.
I would never let that slide. I would never let that slide. If me and my girl are out and we got a bunch of stuff to do for the day, there was no way in hell I am letting us come back to the house to sit around for an hour to go back out. That's not going to happen. We're just going to bang all of this out. We're just going to get it done. Why would I come home and take a break for an hour and then be like, "Oh, I don't want to go out"? Just take care of all of the things. Be an adult. Start early, finish early. You just be consistent all the way through. Move like you got something to do. Why would you go home and take a break and then go back out? What a waste of gas money. What a waste of your time. What a waste of your energy. Ugh.
We did get some food. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and we each got quesadillas, but like super deluxe quesadillas.
Shout out
which
the
is, like,
super deluxe
scorched
quesadillas.
grilled chicken with like a ton of veggies, a little bit of cheese, and everything you would want in a delicious quesadilla. But it's giant, like humongous plate size quesadilla. That's so much we each had leftovers to bring home. That's how big the damn thing was.
Okay, guys, chat, tell me, are quesadillas not typically plate size? What does that mean? They're plate size. If you paid restaurant prices for a quesadilla, that motherfucker better be plate sized. What does that mean? Quesadilla with the gold edition DLC and the day one pre-order for sure. And it's gonna have he's gonna buy all of the microtransactions because he added extra sour cream, double meat. Like he paid the microtransaction fees on that for sure. You think DSP peaked when Panda fell down the stairs? For sure. Classic DSP moment right there. Thanks for Brand Dude. Shout out to Brand Dude for bringing that memory back. Big ups. Yeah, paper plate size. That's all he eats off of anyway. So when he says plate size, that's exactly what I'm thinking. He's using the system of measurement that he's familiar with. Every quesadilla is paper plate size, isn't it? Because when you even if you make them at home, because you just buy the shell and you make the quesadilla. Like, I don't get it. Unless you do have quesadillas, which with just the one shell. Look, this is not a chef stream. This is not a cooking stream. We're not talking about that. What I'm talking about is DSP's DLC condiments here.
So that was good. But outside of that,
Cobra style food hacking,
it
turn a
was,
$10
pretty
pizza into
frustrating.
$40. Absolutely,
and
that's
pretty
DSP.
annoying day, because then you come home and it's like, so we just want to relax, but we can't. Why? Because the internet doesn't work. So now what do we do? Now we got to fuck around, try to get a
Can't relax because the internet doesn't work. When my internet doesn't work, I actually find it very relaxing because I can't fill my head with all of the nonsense that I usually do, and I can just enjoy living, which I don't. This is not like an addiction or anything, right? But like I usually do have videos running and I am constantly doing something and I'm online and I'm doing, you know, Photoshop and I'm editing videos. And when all of that's gone and I just get to sit there and live for a second, it is rather refreshing. And I would think that DSP would appreciate that. But of course, DSP can't appreciate anything ever. Did him and Kat ever even talk? Yeah, probably when Jasper throws up in the bed and she can't be bothered to clean it, even though he's currently sleeping in the bed because she has to go to work. So then she says, "Hey, Dave," because she calls him Dave, obviously. Says, "Hey, Dave, Jasper threw up and you're rolling in it. Good luck." And then she leaves. That's probably about it, though.
Hotspot working and dicking around with that, and it's not fun, you know? You just want to have a day when it's my one day off a week. All I want to do is relax. Well, I got to waste an hour on the phone with Comcast in the morning. I got to be driving around all day hitting up all these appointments because it's the only time I can do it.
Yo, it does kind of suck having to talk with like Comcast or any sort of utility service for an hour. I do hate that. It does suck. But driving around to all of these appointments, if you don't tell us what these appointments are, dude, I can't feel bad for you. I can't even relate to you on the weird way that I relate to you with things like the Comcast on the phone thing. Like, I can't even give you the benefit of the doubt because I don't know what you're doing. There's no way that I can feel for you at all, even as a detractor, if you don't tell me what's going on.
And then when I come home, nothing's working properly. And
yes, when he asks what they're going to DoorDash. Yeah, that's when he talks to her. I forgot about that part. Sorry.
Stress. Supposed to be my day off. And this is just Stressville, right? Stress City. Right now, sitting here with you guys, I'm stressed out. I'm completely stressed out. I just want this whole fucking thing resolved so that we can move on.
It could have been resolved yesterday on your day off, but you refused because you were too busy. Sorry. You squandered the opportunity that was handed to you, just like you always do. You refused the help. You refused the proper answer. And that's not anybody's fault but your own. So getting on stream and throwing your little pity party here doesn't make sense to me. It's again, just blatant disrespect to your viewers that you had the opportunity to fix the problem and instead you said, "No, I'd rather get on stream the next day and tell everybody I'm stressed out. Please give me money." And he's talking about being stressed on his day off. Dude, you work from home 6 days a week and you stream video games all day and all you have to do is talk to the chat. What is stressful about that 6 days a week? You don't even cook food because you DoorDash everything. So you're not stressed about what you're going to eat. You're pulling Hogan's to get your dopamine hits. That's great. Glad you could do that. I'm sure that's very stressful.
And we can enjoy
I don't even know what to say.
And all the other game releases and get fully back into our swing. Like today, I was supposed to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and be able to review it. I can't even log into my React channel right now because it doesn't work in the Firefox browser. So
bring Iviga on. I don't have any contact with Iviga.
There's no Five Nights at Freddy's review right now. There's no way I could even do it until this issue's resolved.
Also, I don't even know the proper setup to bring somebody on. I'm too helpless. No sorry. I would need the chat, dude. You'd have to handhold me.
Right? I have a Halloween marathon I've been planning all fucking month. And everyone's excited for it. You want to see me dressed up in costume doing various things. Will the internet work on Tuesday?
Yo, what up, Mike Oxhurt? Thanks for the subscription, brother.
So yeah.
Damn, exactly.
Off. It was frustration and stress all day.
Frustration and stress on the day off.
You know? And I've had enough of the baloney. I just had enough of it.
Enough.
I just want to be able to go on with my life and have, do normal shit like everybody else. Instead, I got to have stress constantly all around me with this nonsense. So
he always gives me very strange vibes when he's like, "I've had enough." Like, okay, bro, chill out, put it down. Don't reach in your backpack. Watch out. Just especially given his past history with his cocktail of medications and wearing the Punisher shirt back in the day with the trench coat, the leather trench coat. It's just not a good look and has forever worried me. This guy's clearly mentally not all there. So
hopefully the person who shows up is smart and kind and understanding.
Yo, Brand Dude has been blowing me up. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Discord auto kills itself because streamer mode. I hate streamer mode. Let everyone hear my notifications so they think it's them. Derail. Distract, derail. Wow.
I'm really him. I'm moving different.
A la Bloodborne.
Blue blocker.
Yeah, this was well worth the derail. I appreciate this.
A la Bloodborne.
Thank you. I love Bloodborne indeed.
And we'll be here until we solve the issue. Really. Because I'm nervous. I'm nervous this person will show up and not be able to fix it. And what happens? Right? Well, it's my internet. I need internet to run my business. So what happens? What's the next step? Right?
What's the next step, guys? We need the internet. Water, chew. Thank you kindly. Appreciate it.
Try a different ISP, I'm being told. You can't. Why? We have 3 possibilities for ISPs out here. Comcast, who I have.
Brandon, you talking right now?
CenturyLink.
You talking in the
Internet also
future?
is out here. They do not have the speeds that Comcast has, nor do they offer the kind of internet lines for business that Comcast has. So I couldn't get CenturyLink in my home like I have Comcast. It's not possible. It would be.
But we all know that. Oh, now live right now. Oh, dude, bet I'll be in your Discord because I'm already there, and I see that you know that I'm there now. Am I allowed in the stream room? Please let me in the stream room. I think that's where you do that. But we all know that DSP's internet, his whole internet line and everything is a scam. The dude got upsold on business internet lines that he doesn't need. I can do what he does at his quality, and I have one personal line. I get a gig up and down or whatever the actual numbers are. Sorry, I don't quite remember. And I have fiber optic in my house. I don't understand how this dude runs a whole business for 15 years like this. I don't get it. This is just nonsense. And he's like 15 minutes from Seattle or whatever. You mean to tell me this dude can't get better internet and he doesn't have more options being 15 minutes from Seattle? That just doesn't add up to me. Yeah, G Woody, sorry. We're still talking about the internet because I keep pausing and I'm now messaging Brand Dude. So big ups, Brand Dude. I clicked the thing he sent me and it isn't. Dude, where's the collab style room? I don't even see it. Live Discord technical difficulty stream. I don't even see the room.
Slower, and it wouldn't be for my.
Exactly, slower. That's me. Too slow.
You have cell phone / satellite internet, right? Like pay of a cell phone company to give me my internet full time, unlimited. Could, except it's not fast. I would never be able to stream once. Right now, on my cell phone, sitting in front of me, I have a 3-bar connection, and that connection fluctuates between 3 bars to 1 bar all day long. It's never consistent. That's just how it is out here. I don't have a pure. If I lived in the city, I'd have a 5-bar connection all the time, and then I could easily get cell phone internet, and it would be fast enough to do everything I need. I can't do that.
Oh, dude, nice suck in that juice. Team Jews. But he acts like he's living out in the sticks. He lives out in the country now. He lives on a farmhouse. Nobody in sight. Dude, 15 minutes from Seattle. This huge urban metropolis that is Seattle. And he can't get solid service? He can't. Sorry. Dude, I think you're boomering because I still don't see it. Maybe it's me the whole time. But hell yeah, dude, going to the AFK channel. I gotta hang out in the AFK with all the cool kids. No, I still don't see it. But yeah, DSP lives on a farmhouse now, guys. The condo, absolutely not. Gated community, gone. Can't do it. Farmhouse only.
Okay, so I'm limited. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to ISPs, and I have to use Comcast, and there's nothing I can do outside of that.
I hope you enjoy the content later, Crazy Acid Trip.
I don't know what happened, you know? The thing for me is, not only is it this issue of fixing it, but preventing it from happening again. And if we can't pinpoint what the source is of the problem,
Yo, shout out Iviga for hanging out in the AFK with me, brother.
what's to say
Appreciate it.
this
It gets
person
lonely
doesn't
down
come,
here.
We don't know what the cause is, but we fix it. They leave, and then tomorrow it turns out it happens again. The modems go down during my stream, and now the whole fucking thing restarts. Now what? I can't have a tech come out here 5 times a week, right?
I mean, you could if that was the problem. Yo, are we here? It's time go?
It's time to go. Hey, chat. Hey, guys.
Guys, it's Brand Dude and Iviga, if you will.
It's Sir Iviga.
Time.
Hey, sorry for the derail, guys.
I appreciate the derail. Kind of all over the place on a stream anyway. So
We need a derailment.
but that's
All right, let's
the
get-
screen
let's
share
see.
there. I know you watched this all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Can't believe
like
you would do it again.
I did. Oh, I missed out.
You
right,
missed
good.
all the glow
Live
dust, brother.
reactions.
What up, Paul?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
And I hadn't slept.
Well, big ups.
Yeah, dude, I miss all the Ibiga content because he just streams at an hour in which I'm sleeping.
Or I just make videos. One of the two.
That too.
So there you go.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Goose. Goose.
Anyway,
Anyway.
hold on.
Oh.
Excuse me. That's why I
Fucking
turned around. 'cause I
bitch.
felt
It
that.
was like his Wario belch
All right, so
attack.
here's the
Jesus
deal.
Christ.
Let's get to our usual segment.
So he can feel these coming up and he's willing to turn around for those, but the normal belches and the normal snorts that he actually has to do anyway, can't be bothered to mute his mic, can't be bothered to lean back or turn around. It's just the really big burps for whatever reason. Like, where's the cutoff for that?
Never.
Yeah, you can't just have a mute button either.
No, dude.
What are you,
These are too
stupid?
difficult. Come on now.
Yeah. Boy.
All right. What I'd like to do is, briefly tell you what I'm intending to do for the schedule this week. We've got a little bit of game news today, and we've got shout outs to do. And then I don't know what's going to happen. Like, we have about 30 minutes left until the earliest this tech could show up. Of course, this tech will call me when they're on the way. So we'll see when they're actually going to arrive and go from there. So let's just get into the topics we need to get into. Schedule-wise,
Yo, we spent 31 minutes not getting into the topics, but now all of a sudden, let's get right into it, guys. Why are we wasting time? 31 minutes of my day gone because of this guy wanting to talk about the internet.
Yep, talking about the internet. Time for Twitter news.
Yeah, my favorite Twitter news. And his Twitter isn't even full of the actual news because I've said before in my videos, there's actual news that happens and he doesn't cover it because it's not things that he's specifically interested in. That's not a good news segment.
I also love how it's the gaming news and he sometimes talks about things that aren't gaming related. So that's hot.
Yeah, absolutely absurd because it's whatever rolls across his Twitter, obviously. Sounds good to
His-
me.
Social media. He never says Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, he says X.
Does he
X.
say X?
My
I say
ex?
X.
Yeah, he does. I hate
Oh.
X. My ex Panda.
Yo, shout out Titanium for the tenor. Appreciate it, brother. Hey, Atlas, I spoke in the future at the beginning of the stream. Get it? Nah, dude, I'm too slow. I'm dented as hell. Sorry. In the future, at the beginning of the stream.
In the beginning.
Back in
I wish I could tell
2010, he
you
was
what I'm
fired
doing.
from the helicopter.
Here was what the
company.
schedule was going to be.
In
Alan
the
Wake
beginning.
2 all day long today. Tomorrow, Alan Wake 2 paired with Spider-Man. Sunday, my React show,
Who
DSP
cares?
versus the Internet, paired with Mario.
Hmm.
And then Monday, more Alan Wake 2 paired with either Spider-Man or Mario. Tuesday, the
I love the Alan Wake
Marathon,
2
and
Mario
Wednesday, more
pairing.
Alan Wake
What
2
a
paired with Spider-Man or
contrast.
Mario. That was supposed to be the week.
Variety.
But I literally can't do anything on my React channel right now. I can't. I can't stream to it. I can't upload to it. I can't do anything with it. So that's out.
Oh,
Right now I
no.
can do absolutely nothing.
Not
with
the
that.
reacts, guys. Come on.
Maybe
What are
that
we going to do
reaction
without
on
him?
Sunday gets delayed, and we can't
Oh,
do it on Sunday.
no.
That might be a case,
Skip.
and I'm sorry if that happens. Obviously,
Fearmonger.
I can't
Fearmonger.
control that. This is an issue that
Sunday.
has to be resolved before we can fix
Please
This got
support-
fixed. Sorry, but this got fixed instantly, by the way, this same day. But he's trying to scare people into thinking I won't have it till maybe Halloween. Like, dude, shut up.
Oh, dude, he even said at one point he was talking about well, I want to do the Halloween stream that everyone's excited for, and I have a costume, but who knows if my internet's gonna be fixed? Like they were gonna have it fixed by then. What is
Of
that?
course. Yeah.
It's guilt tripping, and it's also painting a sob story.
It's god awful. It is god awful.
I can't promise you the
Oh, sorry. And I did see, I believe it was yesterday, it was the day prior, Decepticon announcing his hiatus. Speaking of the reacts, rest in peace. I know he did like all of the reacts, so big ups. Have fun.
Jeez. Rest in peace.
marathon on Tuesday. I can't promise you a damn thing until this is resolved. All right, but that's what I'm intending to do for this week. Next week will be a combination of all 3 new releases till some of them complete. Once that happens, we'll determine how much time we have to work on other things. Excuse me.
Boy.
Jesus.
We may or may
Dude,
not.
turn around for that one, please.
It's like
We may or may not have an issue here where
soundboards will collide.
now I got distracted. So fuck it. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
I got
universes
distracted
are
for a
colliding
minute.
right now.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. See, I'm so stressed out. I can't even keep my mind straight. You know. So
Keep in
we'll
mind,
see
he
what
could have
happens,
fixed
and we'll go
this.
from there. Now,
Could have solved it yesterday.
if
Should've,
you want to
coulda,
help
woulda.
right now, yeah, I'm not gonna lie and I'm not gonna
Oh, boy.
fucking pussyfoot around it.
Here we go.
Right now, my work is completely uncertain. I lost out on an hour of Spider-Man streaming. I lost out on a nice stream of Mario.
Not the
and
Mario
today the stream
gameplay.
is uncertain, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing in
Yeah,
the near
not
future.
that.
This is
Not the 0 tips you would have
because I
made.
run a business where every time I stream, I'm
Even though
supposed
he
to
made
be
$40.
raising money to pay
Not play
everything
Mario?
around here. If I can't make the content you want, I'm not going to get the support I need to keep my business operating. All right?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you don't put out content, you don't get paid for the content. That's just how these things work.
Whoa. That's a
Crazy.
wild concept.
Oh my god, that was a thing. That's a whole concept. I had absolutely no idea, even though people don't get paid for the content.
Myth busted.
It's busted, all right.
So if
Yeah,
you
my,
want,
my boss personally just informed me the other day that if I don't show up to work, that I don't get paid for it, which was news to me then. So I'm glad that DSP could cover it for everybody here right now.
to help out right now, here's what you can do. Support however you can. If you can't do anything crazy, like the content and leave comments on it.
Anything crazy?
That engagement will help the channel. If you can go above and
You think of
beyond
money is crazy now?
doing that, and you want to do more, please support. in
Kind
some
of a
way.
crazy
Our fans
concept in
watching right
reality,
now.
but not how the guy
Super
means.
chat, memberships, gifted memberships, tips. Okay? If you're watching on demand, you can leave a super thanks on an on-demand video. You can do a tip, but just by looking at the description of any video, there's a link there to send a tip. That's how you can help. And there's nothing else I can say. You know, it sucks
Big up snort.
because I just want to put out the content you want. That's all I want to do. I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to have to sit here and mess around.
But he could just put out the content because he could stream it right now. He could stream
Yeah.
a whole game that he wants to play.
He could have done Mario Friday, but no,
Yeah.
I have no internet.
Big ups Plush the Duelist for the $5. Appreciate it, brother. My God, the guy working 6 days a week has to wait a few days. Yeah, work 6 days a week.
Sure. He's such a
Stupid.
hard worker.
But it's my life right now. I have to deal
God,
with
I
it.
couldn't imagine having to
That's
work
how
with
you
this
can
guy
help.
at my
And
job.
I
I would be
said this
complaining
yesterday in a
nonstop to my
special
boss
video
about
that I
this
made.
fucking
Here's
guy.
deal. The
I
good
am a
news
boss.
is
I would fire him in an instant.
I am no longer in the situation that I used to be in. Okay? No exaggeration. A few years ago, I was in such a bad situation that if there was a day when I couldn't stream, that's a day I'm not making money and I might not be able to pay any bills. I'm serious. That's how bad it was just a few years ago. The good news is I'm not in that bad of a situation anymore.
Yeah, big ups the bankruptcy. Could we wish we could all be so lucky, you know?
Yeah. Why can't we be so lucky and have a bankruptcy? Oh, but I used to live like that. Phil, you still do. You cry poor all the damn time.
He's definitely got. He doesn't have a money making problem. He has a spending problem, which a lot of people do, but this guy to the nth degree. He definitely makes enough money to
Look,
pay his
I'm certainly
bills.
not in a situation where I can just not work for an extended period of time, or where my income can.
Yo,
be
big up Snort Hogan in the chat. What up?
messed with for
Appreciate
an
all the
extended
clips,
period
brother.
of time. That's just, it's not possible. If I have several days where I can't stream properly, I can't put out the content you want, and people aren't supporting the content because of it, I'm screwed. All right, and I don't want to go back to where I was. I don't want to be setting myself back now to that situation again. It took me a long time to climb out of that hole. I don't want to go back in the hole. All right, and again, this is no one's fault. This is not my fault, your fault. Who knows if it?
It's no one's fault. Fuck you, detractors.
Fuck you, detractors. Fuck you, Comcast. Fuck you, Twitch. Yo, is there any the helicopter company? Just
Tevin.
everybody. Yeah, Tevin. Everything's Tevin's fault. Somebody earlier said that the Comcast is ran by Tevin, which put me in contact with Comcast, please.
And fuck John Rambo, that big nose piece of shit.
And Howard. We were never,
They were
friends.
never friends. Yeah.
Howard.
Hello, Howard.
Comcast's fault. No one knows.
This bag, by the way, is
Right?
just so
So we figured
sorry,
this
but
out
this
today.
bag, by
No,
the
I
way,
didn't.
is so weak. He's basically saying, just give me money so I don't have less money. He's not even saying he needs it or he needs it for something specific. Big bill. He's just saying, I don't want to be in the hole. That's all this bag is. Guys, give me money so I don't have less money.
Yeah, guys,
Like-
I don't want my bank account to go down again. Like, this isn't a complaint that we all have. Nobody wants their bank account to go lower. You're not special in this scenario.
No, I had something more incredibly bad for this. It's like, I don't want to go down that hole again, but Hulk Hogan goes down mine. God damn it.
Just dreaming about sweaty Hulk Hogan's all night. Please tip me.
There's no way that we even can
Hogan.
point a finger. At it. So, yeah, right now, if you want to help, this kind of support would help tremendously if you could. I'm not asking anyone to go crazy. I'm not asking anyone to go above their means. I'm just saying,
Go
if you want to help
crazy.
out,
Give me
now would be a great time
$100.
to support in some way.
Yeah, guys, don't go crazy. Don't do anything you'll regret,
I
like
would
steal
really
your
appreciate
parents'
that if
credit
you did,
card.
because
Don't do that.
That would put me a little bit at ease.
But if you did, what's the numbers and the
Rather than
numbers
say,
on the
well, I
back,
don't know
please?
what's happening, and if I can't stream and if I can't upload normally, well, now I have no business, and now I go out of business, right? So
You can't go out of business.
please,
Dude, it's
So you
physically impossible for him to go out of business. Sorry.
Yeah, physically and also emotionally because he had no business.
I mean, he is a roach. He's gonna outlive everybody, obviously. But
if you can support, if you can, fair enough.
fair enough.
Okay. So it's time for my favorite segment. Enough. Let's just start with DSP news.
Oh, okay. Just skip the bit.
I'm all
fuck it.
frustrated.
What the
Right?
shit?
I'm frustrated. I'm not in the mood. Seriously, as you can tell, I'm not my usual
Oh,
jovial
boy.
self, right?
I'm not in the
Like,
mood.
normally I'd be in a good mood.
Jovial self.
Phil. I'm just
You're
not
never
Phil
jovial.
today. I'm out of sorts. I know that. I know I'm out of sorts because of this going on.
You always are.
Yo, if he's this pressed about it that he's gonna act like a dickhead on stream, just don't stream today. Like, just wait for the Comcast guy. Tell your audience via community post or whatever that you're just not gonna be there for the stream. You're gonna do it later.
Yeah,
The benefits of being a streamer.
like fucking not yesterday, but the day before when he was on his day off. He could have just made 2 posts, one on Twitter and one on his community page. Hey guys, I'm not sure if my internet's back up. We'll update tomorrow. Done.
That's all it would have taken. But for some reason, in his warped pig brain, he has to stream and video record. Like the video recording on his day off was absolutely absurd. I could not believe it when I tuned into that being said, and that they were talking about that he posted a video. That was insane to me. The guy never posts on his day off, but the internet situation, absolutely worth his time. He had to do it. He couldn't just make a community post and inform people. Had to make the video.
Also, whenever the takedowns were take place on his day off, on his birthday, he had to explain his innocence.
Yo, I forgot about that. I was coming back into the detractor verse at that time, thanks to UI Vega. Big ups, appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
just- Minding my business for multiple months, and then all of a sudden, an Iviga video popped up in my feed, and I was like, copyright
hell-
claims. What's going on here?
I still love the
So-
whole thing where Phil's like, stop threatening me. I was like, stop threatening me. I'm a victim. Like the dumbest thing I've
What
done
news
about Phil.
do we have? All right. Here's the
None.
news.
Play on like
Here it is.
Our first story.
Jesus Christ.
Burnell?
Yeah.
Mr.
Are you
Burnell,
here?
hello?
Hello? Like, dude can't be bothered to actually. Yo, big up Swaggy Davis Jr. for the $2. Big ups to all. Seeing Phil suffering makes me coom. Appreciate it, brother. Doesn't it make us all coom?
Come!
Thank you. Thank you.
I had to. The cum was in all caps.
But DSP can't even be bothered for a news segment that he's supposed to be doing about every day. Can't be bothered to actually pull up screenshots on his OBS.
Nope.
It's not difficult. I'm convinced he doesn't actually understand how OBS works at all.
No, he doesn't.
Not even the most modicum understanding of the software at all.
Yeah, he doesn't even have mic filters, so that's why he hears air conditioner.
Yo, I just found one of those today. I'm new to this too, but like I said, new. Haven't been here for 15 years making content.
It's like noise suppression. It's not that hard.
What a big Jesus Christ. Big ups, Domino's Pizza Corporate. Thanks for the big ups, brother. Domino's is a detractor now too. He hangs out in the street.
Even though this isn't much of a story, due to the Activision Blizzard buyout merger, Microsoft is shuffling jobs around. So basically, some people are getting promoted, some people are getting like horizontal movement around the company.
Vertical.
Vertical.
I don't know if it really affects anyone unless you work in the company.
Just to point out that vertical shuffling and horizontal shuffling of jobs are pretty much complete opposites. They mean nothing close to the same thing. Thought I would point that out in case somebody, in case the Dents didn't get that.
Shuffling the deck a bit and making moves because of the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Will it affect anything? I don't know.
Domino's been around for 5 years. Detractor for 5 years. Big ups.
Pretends like they do this kind of like control. We're a big company. It seems like they're mostly hands off. Like take a look at the games.
And Brandon, you pointed this out yesterday. Microsoft pretending they're a big company.
Yeah.
Like they're not one of the biggest companies in the world or something.
They're just pretending, dude. Like Phil.
Wait,
Oh, dude.
Wait, Microsoft is a new company? I hadn't heard of them.
Dude, they're a big company. Come on now.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
You better check your Twitter. It might come across,
Your ex.
Let me check my Twitter.
Check your
Mortal Kombat
ex.
1. Mortal Kombat 1's trending. Never mind.
Oh, dude. Banned. iVegan. Come on, bro. We can't be talking about MK1 on the DSP stream.
I'm sorry.
That come out like
Fly
Redfall.
away.
Like you telling me that Microsoft didn't even look at that game before it was going to release to know it was shit? Like how do you not know that?
Okay.
So I get the feeling like
dude.
even though they're
DSP, how do you not know that your content's going to be shit before you shovel it out? It's almost like it's subjective, brother. You just expect these companies to understand how their game's going to be received. I mean, it definitely can be like seen before it comes out for sure. You can tell when a game is bad from the jump, but still, I don't know what you expect them to do about it. Just make a better game, obviously. I know that's the solution. That's what he always says. Just make a better game.
If I was the game director, I would fix it.
Like he has any understanding of how game production works at all.
Have you heard his like dream game concept?
No, what is this?
Okay, it's basically just Fortnite. He describes Fortnite. Hold, I gotta find it. Hold on. You can keep playing. I'll find it.
Yeah. I want to hear
What?
this. I'm trying to hear this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do too. I want to
Hold
hear
up.
this shit too.
I'll find it.
making this acquisition, I don't really know if much will change at Activision Blizzard besides the games go on Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like I think they're just going to keep on the same way that they've been for ages.
Yo, big sip, big chew. I can't stand the constant shilling of Game Pass. I'm a firm Game Pass hater. Not the Gamecast. That's a different meme. But yeah,
So-
Game Pass hatred over here. Sorry.
Gamecast. It's like the knockoff of the Dreamcast. Like, I want a Dreamcast. We got that at home. Gamecast.
Comcast, Gamecast.
What's the difference?
It's that's actually a joke in the what the hell is that movie? Is that Malibu's Most Wanted? He tells people he's got a Gamecast, and they're like, "You either got the GameCube or you got the Dreamcast." He goes, "Nah, I got the Gamecast." It's a dumb movie. I saw it when I was a kid.
I think they need to be more hands-on. You can't have these disastrous situations like Redfall happen under your watch. Where are you buying a company if you're just going to let them go right off the cliff, right? So
Business side, Phil giving advice. Microsoft, take your notes.
All right. So that's just a very minor story.
Microsoft, you gotta beg.
Street Fighter 6. Interesting information about Street Fighter 6 and Capcom. Okay.
Speaking of Microsoft bag, I would love to see a video of Bill Gates coming on and doing a DSP style bagman about how he needs to pay his bills and that he doesn't have enough for Hogan's.
I can just imagine Bill Gates coming on streams like, "Come on, guys, I need your buy-in prayer hands." You can just imagine it.
DSP and Bill Gates hitting the prayer hands like side by side is what I dream of at night for sure.
Phil Gates.
Phil Gates.
Bill Gates.
And then he looked like Steve Jobs when he wore that black sweatshirt, that black
with the
bag-
turtleneck.
Yeah, Steve Jobless.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, yeah, I think you said that. Shit.
First of all, Street Fighter 6, it's now been revealed.
Yeah,
that,
Street Fighter 6 news
by
hype.
the end of
This is why we can't talk about MK1. We're talking about Street Fighter 6.
had sold
Oh, right.
2.47 million copies. Okay? That's pretty good. That's
That's pretty good,
Pretty good.
but when
Yeah,
but
pretty
when
good.
pretty good. But when Cyberpunk DLC sold 500,000 copies, you know, a DLC for a game, was not good. Tanked the company according to DSP. Probably on the way out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's like Spider-Man sold 2.5 million within a day.
Yo, does
Oh,
he
but-
even mention that in this segment? I don't remember.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. And this is what I'm talking about. You're meaning to tell me, like, this is the news. That's all, like, I know this is on Twitter. Because I saw this on. I'm a boomer. I saw this on my Facebook when I checked it the other day. I seen this shit. You meaning to tell me this guy didn't see it on his Twitter? This gaming news? Come on now.
You know what? Hang on.
Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
every single time it's like Phil's either covering something that's like a week old or a few days old that's not even relevant anymore. Or he just goes on, it's like, I'm going to tell you what the news really is, and it's just misinformation.
It's misinformation and drivel that he makes up on the spot.
Yes. Absolutely.
Alien bubble blow for 100 likes. No, because I don't have bubbles, but I can turn my camera on and show you the cat that was in the pizza box that I posted yesterday. She's around. That's about all I can do today. I don't even have cans to crack open like last time.
actually,
Hang on, I might fix
if you're
that.
looking at pacing,
Yeah, you got the can crack?
Guess not.
for Street Fighter
Oh, no
5,
can cracks.
and the same exact time frame, Street Fighter 5 had only sold 1.4 million copies. All right? So Street Fighter 6 has sold over 1 million extra copies of itself over its predecessor Street Fighter 5 in the same exact time period. That's a great sign. However, what's happening is a lot of people are saying the honeymoon phase for Street Fighter 6 is now over. What does that mean? Well, whenever a new fighting game comes out, particularly one like Street Fighter 6 that's so highly anticipated, you get several months where people are so hyped and excited for the game that everything is kind of forgiven. But now what people are seeing is pro players and everyone, casual players alike, are now finally stepping up and saying, all right, this game is not perfect. There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of balancing problems. There's a lot of dropped inputs when you're playing online. And these issues need to be addressed and fixed if you want to have a longevity-style community.
Longevity style.
Longevity style!
That's great.
I was gonna wait for him to finish because I don't. This is why I want the screenshots during DSPN, because who is saying that the honeymoon phase is over? Because I do think that he's genuinely making this up to go along with the narrative that there's problems in the game and dropped inputs and this, that, and the other, just so that on a later stream he can be like, oh yeah, that's what I've been saying from the start, guys. But no one wants to listen to me. I'm Mr. Joe Honesty, who lives on this island by himself, who tells you the truth. I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy at all. But shout out
Yeah.
longevity style.
You know, I had some. I thought he made really good points until that May 1st incident. I can't trust him anymore.
Gamer's on. Gamer's on the whole time, huh?
Hello.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was
That's what he
that's
did.
right on.
Yeah, it is. He just looks like an idiot.
You know, you can't just have the game have these issues at launch and just persist. Everyone's acknowledging these issues exist and they want them fixed.
Ruffelmonger has been
It's
saying the
noted
same
that he
exact
sold a
things
ton.
Phil
It
says.
did
That's
slow down
where
a
he's getting the
ridiculous
honeymoon
amount. Like,
face
it had
comment.
already
Oh, so
sold,
someone just fed him
um,
information again. Cool.
I believe they were
Glad he
saying
could
that
just
it
repeat other
sold,
people.
2 million, 1 million. Basically, what they're saying.
Oh yeah, my favorite part of this stream. How could I forget?
How could you?
His microphone died, guys. Better tap
Fuck
on it
yeah.
100 times.
Fuck yeah. This is the best Phil because all of a sudden he's just quiet. Hell yeah, let's go. Cry about it, bitch. Cry about it.
Why does he keep talking though? Like people are gonna.
I don't know, dude.
This is
No, autoplay. What have you done?
targeted for cyber attacks.
Shout out Red Letter Media.
Love them.
My roommate showed them to me when I moved out. Big ups. They are good. They're fantastic.
Well, everyone, welcome to the Level 1 Podcast Part 2. If you can believe it, amongst all the other issues that I'm already having technical-wise with my internet,
Victim,
now my
victim.
microphone malfunctioned. And I had to restart the entire setup, but
It
now it's working.
malfunctioned.
Sorry about that. What I was saying, I was having a news story about Street Fighter 6.
If this is something that happens, not frequently, but you know what happens, where he's got his microphone just goes out for whatever reason. Why doesn't he fix this? If this is your job, why do you not take care of the equipment that you have so things like this don't happen?
I don't
Yeah.
know. He refuses to even update his Windows. He doesn't even want to do that. Doesn't update any drivers. Doesn't update OBS. Doesn't update anything.
Yeah, but instead this actually tries to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta hit it hard enough and it'll work, guys.
I mean, I did that before, and when the dial fell off, I was like, "Shit, should have done that."
yeah.
Luckily, it didn't.
The Windows update thing kills me every time because he always, whenever it happens, he acts like it's the end of the world, that he has to reopen tabs on his computer.
Oh boy, fuck that shit.
I've never heard anybody talk about opening tabs like it's a hard day's work.
I bet he doesn't even bookmark them. Probably like that's how fucking. It's so stressful for him.
It's too similar to a hotkey, dude. He can't be bothered to bookmark.
It's so hard.
The real
Why
problem is he should have upgraded his PC 2 years ago during the Vest streak. I would agree, but he doesn't have any money, dude.
No, stupid. That money went to bills and things, dude. He couldn't do that.
What if
Take your
Emerald's? Sorry, go ahead.
That's like, why don't you take your wife on a honeymoon? No taxes.
Yo, that was absurd. I told my girlfriend about that shit. She was absolutely floored that he wouldn't even take his wife on a honeymoon because he had to pay his taxes that he filed for bankruptcy for anyway.
Exactly. Fucking Phil. It's like, and this is why Cat hates you.
This is why she's got a separate bedroom for sure.
This is why
Oh, yeah.
Mom doesn't fucking love you.
Street Fighter 6 has sold 2.47
Oh
million.
fuck! I forgot we were talking about Street Fighter 6.
September. Okay, this is good news because it's exceeded over 1 million extra copies from its predecessor, Street Fighter 5, in the same time frame. That's a good sign. But what I was saying is the honeymoon phase has kind of ended. A lot of players still playing the
Honeymoon?
game are saying that there's things that they
God
feel are
damn it.
Yo, Street Fighter 6 could go on a honeymoon, but he couldn't.
puts online and other
Yeah, I
issues.
know. That's
In
perfectly tight.
One of the things is most of those copies, like 2 million, sold within the first month. And then the other 500,000 have sold gradually over the last like 3 months.
Whoa.
So, I mean, it's good news, but also it is news that, wow, the sales have dramatically slowed down. Will they continue to go? And will this
It's
game
almost like
sell
it's not a
more?
new
I think-
game.
Didn't they not say that Street Fighter 5 by the end of its life cycle sold something like 5 million copies, which is pretty nuts? But that was a 7-year run, right? So we'll
Sorry to pause, but Nuclear Detractor asked, did Phil ever explain what his tech issue was? No, dude, he gave you the teaser and said he might talk about it today. So tune in for that later, I guess. I don't know if I'll be here. Probably won't be, but yeah, you gotta watch Raw Phil to
will.
find out, I guess.
I will.
Oh, you're gonna be there? Sick.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Street Fighter 6.
Then I'll be there in the chat.
Is a good question.
Okay.
Now,
You know what's
Something
funny? He
else
said
going on.
5 million.
Okay.
He actually sold 7.2 million.
DSP News.
Yeah, DSP News.
Providing you with such misinformation.
Accurate information.
Myth busted.
There we go.
I don't know why he's so concerned about game sales anyway. That's such a strange thing to me.
Yeah, dude, he can pocket watch everybody else, but if you fucking look at the tips that he keeps track of on his screen, he gets angry at you. What the fuck?
I recommend he just take the tip shit off of his screen. They do nothing but hurt him anyway. I don't really see the benefit, but whatever.
While
Yeah, he's King Pocket
Capcom was
Watcher for
releasing
sure.
Kind of these numbers, Capcom actually talked about
No, Cat, go
overall
away.
what its most successful.
We're not at 100
franchise of
likes
all
yet,
time are.
guys.
Are you ready for
Cat
this?
showed up anyway,
So,
but
Fuck.
Resident
hit
Evil
it. Sorry.
is the
Mr.
top-selling
Burnell, hello?
franchise that Capcom has ever sold. 150 million total copies of Resident Evil sold over the life of that IP. Second place, Monster Hunter, which sold
Monster.
95 million copies. Third place is Street
guess
Fighter.
what? You hit 100
50
likes. So guess what?
Yo,
Let's
okay.
go.
Yo,
Eh.
let's go! And I totally don't have a thing for my camera, so bear with me here while I.
Let me get my cat. Oh, my cat's here.
DSP style.
It's a weird looking cat.
Yo, and for whatever reason, my camera is not working. Are we for
Uh-oh.
real? I promise. you guys,
Disaster.
please.
Disaster stream.
Oh, you better.
No.
Oh, you better. You better just call Comcast right now. It's like, you broke my camera. Sir, we don't sell those. Well, fuck you, you tractor.
No, dude, I bought it at Best Buy. I'm gonna have to. Someone call Best Buy. Chat, call your local Best Buy.
He needs a
Tell 'em I'm
tech to
having
come.
problems.
You need a tech to come in.
Yeah, you need tech. You need tech to come in.
Shut the fuck up!
That's
Logitech
Jaha.
sent- Yo, is that Jaha? Is that a
That-
Jaha clip?
Yeah, that is
That is-
Jaha.
That is Jaha, the lovable, muscular teddy bear.
Yo, he is jacked.
Hell yeah, brother.
And he's like a year younger than Phil, but yet
Oh.
looks young.
Yo, he looks good.
Yeah, he is. He's like super good, man. Like looks younger than Phil. Phil looks like he's in his fucking 60s.
Sorry, I'm unplugging my cam. Hold up. I said I'd get the cat kick. Please.
Hello, Atlas, are you there?
Yeah.
Mr. Atlas?
Yo, it's working. Let's go. Okay. Now I just
Oh.
put it in the spot for the cat.
Oh, it's working.
Please clap.
Oh, the best of both,
Where
best
at?
of all worlds.
The camera work.
Three-
Jesus.
three
This was a
kings.
shit show.
It's like 3 kings, 2 soundboards, and 1 dumbass pig roach.
This is a crossover stream, guys.
The biggest crossover.
All right, who's
When's
Mr. Peanut
when
Butter?
is our That Being Said podcast?
That's a great idea.
Dude,
Never know.
I'm having the most problems possible. Why am I so
Ah.
tempted? I hate it here.
I'm really him.
I'll figure it out.
52 million copies. Fourth
No,
place,
no scams in chat. This is not a scam. I'll figure it out.
I guess that also includes Rockman because it's the same franchise.
Oh, the camera's
Fifth
on.
place,
Big
Devil
juicy
May Cry with
butt.
30 million copies. And then coming in sixth place, and this is kind of weird, Dragon's Dogma at 7.9 million copies, which is only one game. They only had one and one expansion, right?
I hear it was okay though.
So,
I did want to
that's
play it,
kinda
and I never
weird
did.
that
I love that game.
Did you?
Damn.
Yes.
That
I
Capcom
wanted to
ever
play it. I
sold was
bought it on
Dragon's
sale on
Dogma. You know
Steam,
what? That
never
that throws
played
into-
it.
Where's Dead Rising? So
Last
not
time
for
it was on
everybody,
sale,
though.
I thought
all
about
of its
picking it up,
different
and I just did
iterations,
not.
There's 4 games.
I did not.
Didn't even sell 7.9
Yo,
million
camera.
total copies. That's crazy. I thought Dead Rising was way more popular than that. I guess I was wrong, right?
Cat Cam.
Unless these sales numbers are misleading, because this is what
This
Capcom
is.
reported
It's the cat.
along with their story about Street Fighter 6. So weird, I guess. It is kind of weird.
Cute kitty.
Anyway, last news story for today, and then what we're gonna do is shout outs and just chill and see what happens with this text
It's not
support.
very cooperative. Sorry, guys. Cat Cam over.
Any of you remember a
Thanks
little
for the
game
100 likes.
called Disney Dreamlight Valley? Perhaps some of you remember that.
Oh yeah, I
game, right? It's a
remember
game
that.
I
He
played
loved
back-
that game.
Yo, he did. I can't believe he actually played that.
The princess game.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. It's like, anyone remember that game?
To play. Was it on Game Pass? It was Game Pass, right? A Game Pass.
No,
game?
it's not a cam
Has early
scam. I put the cat on screen.
So you either had to buy
Didn't
the
say how
game
long.
early access, or you could get it on Game Pass in a limited version. I played Disney.
Does
Dreamlight
DSP
Valley
blow
2.
bubbles infinitely?
It was
No.
a chill game. It was a fun sim game. Okay, it was a fun sim game for sure, but it absolutely was limited.
Thanks,
It was
Truce.
incomplete.
Appreciate it.
And once you got to a certain level of the game was an insane grind. And what I mean by that is you had to play it every day.
What do I mean by that?
Doing all like the daily tasks.
It's a mustache pull.
In order to actually have it work essentially, right?
You had to do the daily tasks in the game. It's almost like that's the
Yeah.
game.
It's almost like a job.
I said this, but he's upset that he had to play the game to like get stuff in the game. Like, what does he think? What? Like, I don't know. Anyway,
He's
he's too
always
used to
upset.
champions.
He's always
too
upset
used to
about playing a
champions.
game. Exactly. It's exactly that. He's used
Wants
to
to pay.
champions where you can just
Yeah.
pay and win. But he's so passionate about video games. He loves playing video games.
Also, the way that you just pause it, look how fucked up his hair is. Look how
See
fucked
this.
up it is. Like, look at it. Look
It's
at
lopsided.
that. You fucked me up, fam. Absolutely.
Yo, he's a lopsided style individual, though, for sure. I don't know if you guys have seen the duty streams when he flips them horizontally.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Awful.
He looks so weird.
When
I have the
use-
clip, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Just derail.
Yeah. I appreciate a derail always. This isn't a DSP stream. We're allowed to derail here.
Here you go, Viga.
And that was before the haircut.
But yeah, when I use duty clips, he's so slanted that I just I unflip it. I can't look at it myself.
Oh boy.
Yo, shout out the ads. YouTube, I'm not paying you. Get them out of here.
Phil, what's your dream game? If you could make a game or make someone else create a game for you, what would it be and what genre? I've already explained this in the past. I mean, one of the games that I talked about would be a first-person shooter that integrates gameplay from all the popular first-person shooters. So,
Yo, he leans away from the mic to snort. Just wanted to point that out. I appreciate that.
play this game and you can play like Master Chief from Halo. You have shields, you have grenades, you have a super jumping kind of deal, you have a certain amount of weapons and a certain style of gameplay. Or you could play it as the main character from Call of Duty, and you could run and gun, you could double jump,
The
wall
main
run,
character.
use all futuristic weapons and shit, and call
You
in
know, Mr.
drones.
Sir Duty.
Or you could play it as Duke fucking Nukem, and you could actually have all this weapon set with a freeze gun and shrink
Yo,
ray and
DSP is
all.
the
Or you could
biggest
play as the
Dookie
Doom
Nukie
Marine.
fan I know.
Or you could play as a guy.
Never
on
heard
mech
anyone
for
mention
one of
it
these
more.
mech shooters, right? You have the
mean, they're
flexibility
civvy, but-
to play as a ton of
Oh,
different kinds of
yeah.
characters, different
Civvy does love
genres of first-person shooter,
Those boomer
and combine
shooters.
them all into one super game. Now,
That's
He bit-
Fortnite.
Yeah, that's Fortnite. He did just
is
describe
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
The game he hates. That's his dream game.
But dude, Fortnite is a third-person shooter, and DSP is
Ah.
a first-person shooter.
You
Debunked.
debunked me.
Debunked.
Dookie Nukie.
Hey, Ludwig World Order.
Oh, big ups, dude. I have not been on chat as I should have been. I've let it get away from me. There's people here now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, shout out.
We took
Nah, it's all
over.
good. No, I like talking to people. That's why I do. That's why I wanted to do the streams.
Yeah, we're just pointing and laughing, having fun.
Do you recall when he told us that he was called Phil with the oddly shaped head in high school? Fuck no, that's gold.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Even though his name's like, oh fuck me. Phil's name is like fond of horses in like Greek or something like that.
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
Philippos. Yeah, Philippos.
And then
Mean fond of horses.
fond of horses, that's what it is. Yeah. And apparently it's like two things. One, Metal Gear Solid 3, that horse has no dick. And now I'm looking I'm thinking like he looked at cat, saw a horse, he's like, oh, that horse has no dick. I want that.
Sometimes reality is stranger than fiction, and it just works out that way.
Oh yes, it does.
And there's nothing he could do. He did nothing wrong.
This
clip
keeps going, by the way.
Oh, this keeps going.
Someone kind of
Yeah.
did it. If you take a look at Overwatch, that's
Oh,
the kind of
Overwatch.
game. Look what it did. There's melee
Okay.
fighters. There's mech combat. There's
Melee?
different kinds of guns and stuff. It almost seems like it's that kind of concept where they took my concept from years ago when I was talking about
You
it.
should
And
sue
all they
them.
did is they
Yeah, dude, Blizzard stole his idea. Also, mech combat? That's not a mech game. What is he talking about? Because
Yeah,
Diva
Diva.
drives a robot?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
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 It's a mech combat game. It's also a puzzle game because you have to traverse the stage correctly. Puzzle? I don't know. It's every genre because of the slightest mechanic, I guess.
create a unique cast of characters rather than importing characters from other games. But you know what I mean? Like, look at the Soldier.
Yes,
Soldier in
Chody
that game
Taint,
is
sway
kinda like, say,
indeed.
run and gun, kind of like a Doom or Call of Duty kind of a character, right? But then you got characters there. For example, Farah is kind of like a character from Unreal Tournament because she has rockets, and that was all about rockets or Quake, I would say. Rocket jump.
Farah existing means it's Quake.
Yeah.
All rockets, Quake. Sorry.
Not TF2.
Nope, Quake. Sorry.
Rocket flying, right? So they've almost kind of taken the premise of that and
No, it's kind of like they took the premise of TF2. Like, Iviga's not wrong. They just took the class-based shooter that is TF2 and gave it
made it
different
worse.
characters. Yeah, it made it much worse. But I wasn't gonna say
Yeah.
it. But
I'll say it. I fucking hate that game. And I can say it because I used to be good at it, so fuck off.
yo, I used to play the first one. I really enjoyed it, and then they kept fucking with the meta and ruined all the characters I
Yep,
like
yep,
to
yep.
play. So
Yep. And then they ruined one of the best characters, Widowmaker.
The porn survives, though. Let's
yes,
go.
it does. Oh,
plot.
okay. Not to derail, but this is
Hey,
my
that's what
stream,
we're here
goddammit.
for. Yeah.
I was downloading some nefarious off some nefarious sites media back in the day when I was a poor kid and could not afford anything. And as a meme, I had downloaded the Overwatch X-rated movie.
As a meme.
As thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was called Oversnatch. Don't worry about it though. Don't look it up. But I downloaded it, and that was the only thing that ever got flagged by my ISP. But I was living with my parents at the time, so they received the letter in the mail, and they opened it.
It's like, it was totally a meme.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what my dad said. He was like, "A meme, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, it was for the lulz. Don't worry about it."
I can just imagine this, like, play the Eleanor sound effect. Your dad's like, a meme, huh? Fuck, I don't have it. Shit, I think you gave it to me if I forgot. Fuck!
I don't have it either. I did download it the other day, but it'll take me too long to get to. Hold on, it's for the meme.
Friend, dude, help.
What clip? What clip? What clip?
The exit out.
There you go.
Yeah, I was caught in 4K. Just a personal anecdote. Caught in 4K for sure.
And you're like looking at the bill like, wasn't me?
Yeah, Dad, that was you. Come on now. We all know.
made it already.
No, it's your mother.
Darn. Shucks. If ever I hit the lottery and I could make my own game, they took my idea. But maybe the other thing, and this is a cool one, I wouldn't make this one, but I wish Square would make this game.
Okay.
Why not? They're
take
constantly
notes.
doing things that are nostalgic for the classic fans of Final Fantasy, right? You've got re-release after re-release after re-release of all these classic Final Fantasies and all of that. Right now, I'm playing a game on my phone called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
Uh-oh.
It's a game where
Phone
you
game.
summon...
Phone game. Hold up. Wait a minute. We still
Can
play
we track
that
his
one?
stats? Yeah, can we track his stats on that?
Someone at TJ Gamebox. Let him.
Yeah.
I need a stats track.
Characters from all the classic Final Fantasies. I got characters on there right now for Final Fantasy 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How much did you pay?
Oof. There's a
Jeez.
whale on that
They
one.
have characters for like
Jeez.
Final Fantasy 12 and 13. I don't have those characters in there.
They weren't
But,
part of the
like, it's
event.
Cool, it's a
so-
mishmash. Now the plot has nothing to do with the games. It's just some of those characters you could use them in combat, but really the plot's focused around this unique style or this unique cast of characters that are originally have this own ongoing story. Why not make a Final Fantasy mashup game? It could be based around the crystals, right? Those elemental crystals that have been in every freaking Final Fantasy game ever.
This I don't play Final Fantasy, but this sounds regarded as hell.
They do have those where it comes to, like, mashups. It's called Theatrhythm. There's Dissidia.
There's also Final Fantasy 14.
There's
This is
that
what came to
too.
my mind
Literal
was
Final
14.
Fantasy. Yeah.
And there's like the Brave Explorers or wherever the game was for the 3DS. There's that too. And there's also World of Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm glad you guys know your Final Fantasy because I don't know shit.
Kind of.
Everyone in chat is saying Dissidia.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Yeah, that's what you said. Dissidia.
That's a good one.
And then Renee says Brave Exvius is one of the most predatory gacha games. I believe that. Look, I got no respect for gacha games and mobile games in general. I think they're all a waste of time, personally. Like Adam said, any money on a mobile game is too much money.
Somehow they're all linked, and there's like an infinite realm of universes, which are the Final Fantasy universes. Someone finds a way to cross the dimensional plane, and they're basically maybe stealing the crystals from different Final Fantasy universes,
Like
or
Chris
something
Chan
like that.
shit, like
and then you
Ludwig
get a
said.
crossover. Where
Yeah, dude, dimensional merges.
interact with the characters from Final Fantasy 4 in a plot to try to save the multiverse or something. That would be cool. And then maybe you
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
World
that-
of Final Fantasy.
But no, dude, this is an original idea that he's pitching to Square right now.
But that's
play
the
it in
thing,
different
though.
ways. You-
When was it? Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
When I'm gonna check on it. This was Thanksgiving. Okay. When did this game come out? World of Final Fantasy.
He didn't play it, by the way, so it doesn't matter. He didn't play it. I'm checking.
Oh yeah, I know he didn't play it because he doesn't.
His dream game idea, he didn't play. And he hates Fortnite, too.
I was
That's-
saying
World
he
of-
hates Fortnite.
yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at this. World of Final Fantasy, October 25th, 2016.
Oh, dude, this is Thanksgiving 2016. So it came out. It just came out. He's stealing this idea fresh.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, the game takes place in Greymore, which is a world of coexisting Final Fantasy locations. 2 original characters have the power to tame monsters called Mirages. Oh, what a shock. It already exists, Philium.
Does this continue?
character
Do
from
we
Final
get
Fantasy
more?
VI would play like a character from
Yeah, after
Final
this is
Fantasy
over.
VI and have a
Okay.
certain turn-based moveset, while a character
Major
from Final
derail.
Fantasy 13 would have a different kind of gameplay and moveset. That would be like the ultimate mashup of Final Fantasy games. That would be amazing. I would play the fuck out of that game, but I don't think they'll ever
Didn't
make
play it.
I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
They're too busy, you know. They're too busy making a remake of Final Fantasy 7 that's going to be a fucking episodic game that'll come out for like 4 years and cost $700.
What?
Not to say that people don't want to remake a Final Fantasy 7. I just don't think they want what
What?
Square's making. I don't know.
No,
Yeah. Okay, dude.
didn't people love that? The remake
Yeah.
of FF7? I had a bunch of
Yes.
friends who played it and like swore by it. Like I said, no, I don't personally play Final Fantasy, but I heard it was good.
I liked it.
Yeah, it sold impressive 7 million copies.
Dude, that's more than Street Fighter 6. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's pretty good.
C137 merging with the snort for it? Yes. The DSP Chris Chan stream went. First you get Brand Dude, Atlas, and Iviga on the stream together. We need the Chris Chan and Phil Bernelio in the same snort for it. That's the move.
I'm really him.
And then they go into the closet, and that's like a different dimension. Oh no, gotta stay away. The evil detractor's like Tevin.
Is in the closet?
It's like Narnia rules, man. Narnia rules.
That's why he had to clean the closet out. He was getting ready for Chris Chan's return. He knew. I know it happened before. Don't debunk me.
I don't know. That's my idea.
All
All right.
All right.
right.
You're like, all right. Fucking Phil.
back to yesterday. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I forget.
Street Fighter?
Hold on.
I was gonna say Street Fighter last.
No,
time.
the Princess game. Princess game.
Oh, Princess Game.
Here it is.
Yeah, he was upset he had to play the game. I hate when I have to do that. Play the game. They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him. Dude, I have amnesia because
anyway,
I constantly forget what's going on.
No. So
Bill?
anyway,
What? Jeez.
yeah. Disney
Anyway,
Dreamlight
yeah.
Valley became an insane grind.
Oh.
You had to play it like every day, and you had to do all the daily
But didn't
tasks.
you
had-
love
if
this
you
game,
didn't,
Phil?
You basically couldn't earn the currency in the game to do anything. You couldn't just play
Like
Disney
a
Dreamlight
gacha
Valley
game?
casually. It wasn't a game that you could play once a week or a couple hours at a time and then drop it and then come back. It definitely required you to do like daily gameplay. Now the problem with that is it's a console game. It's not a mobile game that you could just open your phone and do daily checklist stuff and then close it again. It's something you got.
He would have loved it even more if it was a mobile game.
He would have loved it if Hulk Hogan was a Disney princess.
Hulk Hogan in a dress that he could spend some money on? Absolutely.
Oh no, Randy Savage is in a dress too. Oh no. Gotta give money to that too. You may not like it, but accept it.
Don't forget the zombie Hogan in the dress. It's totally different and well worth the extra money. Big up, Sheer King.
Sit
Thanks
down,
for
you gotta put it
stopping
on
by.
the console, you got to play it like a regular game, right? So it's kind of silly because it just didn't seem to me anyway like they knew what they wanted the game to be. It felt like they designed it to be a mobile game, right? But then it definitely wasn't. Well, it's been a freaking year.
I'm gonna have to believe him on this one. He is the mobile game expert, so
Exactly.
I just have to take his word.
I think we have to.
Oh fuck, you're right. He can't give money for anyone in an address, dude. He's married. How could I forget?
All right.
Sweaty men only for the guy.
But then again, if it's a sweaty man in a dress, yes, he would.
Is that how we skirt around the married rule? It just has to be a sweaty man doing the things? Okay. I'm starting to see how this all comes together.
Ah,
Yeah.
I got nothing after that.
And I guess they've done content updates and expansions. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, this game will actually launch on December 5th. It will leave the early access stage and become a full-fledged game. But here's the weird part about it. You ready for this? You have to buy it. It's not a free-to-play game.
Whoa!
I thought it would be. It's not. You have
Oh
to
my
buy
god,
the
you have to
game.
buy
They're
game?
offering 4 different editions.
Dude, it's not
They're
on Game
offering
Pass. You gotta
standard,
buy it. Isn't that shitty?
Cozy,
What?
Gold,
No.
and expansion pass.
Make sure you buy the cozy
Only
edition.
one of them
It's the
is
only
actually
physical
getting
version.
a physical release.
There
It's
it is.
called Cozy Edition. And they're going to put it on a disc. And what it basically is, it's the base game with a bunch of extra expansion content, including those moonstones you used to buy things, a cottage, a companion, a sweater, some posters, some in-game items, right?
Big sip with the double chew. Let's go.
The gold edition is essentially that version plus even more extra stuff. And then there's the expansion. You might say, well, what's the expansion? It's called A Rift in Time. It's supposed to be another story plus a few new characters added to the game.
All right, I just want to stop him, and I want to again point out that he didn't talk about how many copies Spider-Man sold day one, but he's gonna pig-splain Disney Dreamlight Valley to his audience as if anybody gives a shit. Thought it was worth pointing out that this is what we've decided to talk about on DSPN today.
And the expansion is for people who've already owned the game or had it on Game Pass all along. And now they want to continue to play the game with new content, right? You can still play the old game with all the old content, but you probably did everything by now. So how does it work? Standard edition is $40. Cozy edition, which is the physical edition on a disc plus some extra digital content, is $50. The gold edition, which is the one that includes a ton of extra content, but it's all digital only, that's $70. Okay.
I had taste that egg.
And then there's a Rift in Time, which is just the expansion pass for people who already own the previous game. That's $30. So pick your poison. 40 for the standard game, 50 for the disc edition, 70 if you want all the content all at once, or 30 if you already own your old edition and just want the expansion content.
So I gotta ask you guys, which edition are y'all picking up?
The deluxe quesadilla edition.
Oh yeah, the one that fits on the plate.
I'm glad you guys had
So I'll
real
be
answers
honest
for
with you,
that.
all right? When I first started playing the game, I thought, oh, it's Disney's Animal Crossing, right? Like that's exactly.
I also
what it
thought
felt
that's
like.
what the
It felt
game
like
was.
Disney's Animal Crossing. So
I
it
thought
was
the game was
entertaining.
like The
It was
Sims.
fun for a while, and then what ended up happening,
you
like
got
I said,
bored.
it became such a grind, to even
Don't lie. you got
have
bored.
any kind of progress in the game.
It wasn't
became
really made
unfun.
for him.
It became this is more of a chore. This is more of a work.
But he made it
right?
into a chore game.
Then
I'm really
I
him.
don't want to have to work to play a video game. And
Hey, clip that. DSP does not want to have to work. Period. That was the end of the sentence. Imagine that. The guy doesn't want to work.
that's actually what it felt like after a while. So that's why I dropped it. I played it for what, about a month, and I was really enjoying it. And I got tired of, this is not. I want to enjoy a video game. I don't want to work to play it. So I dropped it, and I never went back to it.
He acts like a month isn't the standard amount of time he plays a game, though.
For over a year, right? Can you imagine playing the game over a year and every day you have to do this daily grind to get the currency so you keep playing it?
He liked the game, by the way.
So here's the thing: if you like Animal
loved it.
Crossing and you like Disney and you want,
It was, wasn't it on his Game of the Year or
Yes.
this or whatever?
Yes.
Like,
So
Yes.
you just
Was.
watched that the other day. I was
Yeah,
there for that too.
yeah.
build a
Yeah.
virtual, island or village, and then maintain that.
Wasn't it
with,
number
with all the
10?
townspeople in this game?
I think
there's
so.
actually
9 or 10.
Legit story.
Out of 15.
And it could take up
Such a
to
weird
4
number to
hours
pick. 15.
of playing this game
17
to
if you
actually
include
unlock
honorable
all of the story
mentions.
elements.
All right.
Of which some were
It
DLCs.
just doesn't seem very good.
Yeah.
I don't think the value is there. I think at one point everyone's gonna hit the wall and be like, man, I don't want to sit here grinding endlessly to play this game. So, up to you.
He said everyone's going to hit this wall where they don't want to grind endlessly, but there are games where that's all you do. So it definitely has an appeal to somebody. I played years and years of Payday 2, and all it was grinding the same missions over and over again to get your infamy level up. That was it. That was the entire game.
If you want to give it a shot or not, but finally it's full release on December 5th, and then you can play what they're considering the actual full game. Okay?
What does that mean?
All right.
What?
So that's
Yeah,
DSP
what does that even
News.
mean?
Hold on one second.
Why did
I
you
gotta
do
blow
that?
my nose, and then we're gonna do shout outs.
Wait, run it back. I missed it. Run it back.
Game. Release on December 5th, and then you can play what they're considering the actual full game. Okay? All right. So that's DSP.
We ran it back, and I'm
Hold on
still
1 second, 'cause I gotta
confused.
blow
He's
my
talking
nose,
about,
and then we're gonna
why
do
did he air
shout-outs,
quote the full
and then we're
game?
just gonna
I don't
chill.
know.
Right now, I am not. been
He's the
cut out of
arbiter of what
podcast,
full
so
games are,
I'm
I
gonna text
guess.
Now.
Bye,
Just
DSP.
go blow your nose. He blew his nose. He's coming back. I heard it too. It sounded juicy. Oh yeah. Oh, bagel. Cream cheese. Oh, even more bagel.
Sometimes I wonder about the mundane things about DSP. Like, what kind of cream cheese you think he uses, flavor wise?
Probably blueberry. I don't know.
All right. So.
I just got to know about the
Windows
guy,
Protector
man.
will arrive
What are
any
his
minute. But,
peculiar
you know how these
tastes?
places work. Oh, they could be there at exactly noon, or they could be there at 2, or they could be there at any point between those two, and you don't know when they're going to show up. And that's the problem. Like, it really depends on probably
Exactly, lacky bracky,
what their previous
blueberry.
jobs are, right? Like this tech
Blue
could have
Blanca.
had 4 other jobs this morning, and depending
Big
on how
black
long those
butts,
jobs
that's
take
the cream
depends on
cheese
how early they
flavor.
can get here,
Oh,
that
oh,
it
that
all
is-
affects it. So,
you
I've
mean
heard
this
nothing
one?
yet.
Big black butt.
So
Yeah,
you know, it is
exactly
what it
that one.
Or this one.
Big juicy butt.
Both.
With the
I
same
just
An
thing.
L.
told you.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ah,
god.
it's Ebony
they
and
didn't give me a time
Ivory.
frame. Did I not just say they could show up at 12 or they could show up at 2 or they could show up anytime in between? So what's the time frame?
Oh, boy.
Next week. That's the time frame.
Oh, that part's good.
All right, yeah, just treat your viewers like shit because they asked you what time. What is that? Why does he do this to people?
What? I missed it. What?
I'll run it back. I'll run it back. It's good.
So they didn't, that it all affects it. So, I've heard nothing yet. So, it is what it is. I just
Mr.
told
Rennell?
you. Oh my god. So they didn't give you a time frame. Did I not just say they could show up at 12 or they could show up at 2 or they could show up anytime in between? So what's the time frame? Next week. That's the time frame.
Slap yourself harder, Phil. Maybe the brain damage can get fixed.
There's so much gin in there. He's probably got all that extra
so, ladies and
padding.
gents,
All right.
let's
And I said it in my last
Let's
video.
do
I think I
shout
hate
out,
when
shall
people
we?
slap their faces.
So-
It's awful to me. I can't
we start
stand
off
it.
today with Neanner Thief, which is a spin-off of what we were doing in Mario the other day. It's funny. They did a $2 super chat that says, flush your DNS again. It should work. So here's the thing. The other night we tried everything. 2.5 hours of troubleshooting. We tried
Everything, but Anne and Prophet, I believe, both knew what his problem was and refused
Yep.
to tell because they didn't want people to tell him.
Yep.
But they tried everything. There's not an answer. Everything.
I actually found out what they did, and I can't believe it.
Yo, what did they did?
Restarted the modem.
Yo,
by
you're fucking lying.
unplugging it and plugging it back in. Brandu, do you have this?
I don't know.
But that was it, though. I was talking to someone that actually knows technology, and it's like, unplug modem, plug it back in.
He was deathly afraid to do that. He specifically said when people recommended unplugging it, he absolutely freaked out and was like, if somebody came in here and even got close to the modem, I would. What did he say? He's gonna tackle him and punch him.
He's gonna tackle
I
him and
missed
beat
that.
them up.
No way.
Yeah,
did.
dude. Yeah,
He did that
Oh,
on
boy.
his Mario Blunder stream, or excuse me, Modem Blunder stream. That's exactly what he did. He threatens like, I'll tackle them and beat them up. I'll punch them in the face. Like, wow, resorting to violence so quickly.
Yeah, I had it in a video the other day. I'll see if I can find it.
refreshing and renewing, flushing and doing manual DNS settings. Nothing got my internet to consistently work at all. All right. What this person is saying is it's reported that Comcast was having DNS issues back on Wednesday, but you were trying to flush your DNS during the time they were having the issues. They fixed the issue, so if you flush your DNS now it should work. Right. I don't believe that. Yesterday,
I don't believe anything.
I unplugged my modem downstairs in the living room for over 3 hours, which totally should refresh everything in the modem, correct? Like, literally, it should give everything new. If it's unplugged for 3 hours, it should start over. Plug it back in, still doesn't work.
If it's unplugged, it should just start over. Obvious, like for 3 hours. 3 hours is an amount of time.
Still can't do anything with, on that modem. So I don't think that it's as
Yes,
simple as what
Inkby.
you
He
think.
did say he was
Look, maybe
physically
I'm
assault
wrong,
somebody.
but, I'm no tech
I'm
guy when it
trying
comes to this
desperately to
stuff.
find it.
This is the first time I even knew about DNS ever.
And
Like,
by
I seriously
desperately, I
didn't know
mean
about it
a
until
way that
Wednesday. Now
isn't
I
going to show up
understand it.
while I look. for it.
So it is what it is, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't think that flushing and redoing and this stuff is gonna fix anything, honestly. Plus I don't want to mess with that when I'm online now and I'm doing my show. I don't want to mess with settings in the middle of a stream. You know what I mean? Right now I have my laptop working with this 4G backup.
He did a
device, so
troubleshoot
it's gonna
stream,
keep
by the
going.
way.
All right.
Literally
All
to do
right.
exactly that.
Blueface did a super
2.5
chat. He goes to
hours.
the Comcast business website.
He spent an ample amount of time doing exactly that.
But he doesn't want to do it though.
And this is a guy that is tech savvy. He knows how to build and take apart PCs and put it back together. He knows everything about it. He knows everything about the internet. His neighbors call him the internet guy, and yet doesn't know how to fix it.
Makes sense.
I always bring up the fact that he says that he used to build computers and he doesn't know anything about computers. So much so that when it told him that he needed elevated privileges, he needed to be an admin on the PC, he literally was like, well, I'm going to raise it up. What's that going to do?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Actual brain dead behavior.
Then again, this is also covered the same guy who had no idea what the power button was on his laptop. I wish I was
Tried
kidding.
to check your service status. No, absolutely not. I totally didn't log into the site. I totally didn't call them, talk to them on the phone. They didn't check for me. I totally don't have a tech coming out. Arrow Hero did a super chat. He says, Alan Wake. He hits you with his flashlight. Actually, it's Alan Wake. He hit you with
Please clap.
Talks about
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
Slime.
You have to.
I do like that he's been doing this obviously frequently now because Alan Wake's coming out, and he couldn't be bothered to look up the rest of the words to the song. Just couldn't be bothered to look up his own content so he can finish the meme. Sorry, I think I found the part in my own video. I think. Please be it. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go.
But I'm not restarting.
This is him saying he's gonna assault somebody.
Understand? The only way I can talk to you right now and broadcast and make content and make money is that modem works. So I'm not restarting that modem under any fucking circumstances unless the power goes out. Then it goes off. Outside of that, I'm not fucking with that modem. I will mess with the one downstairs because that's just wireless connection for my phones and shit. But I am not messing with that fucking modem. If someone came in here and got close to that modem, I would tackle them and punch them repeatedly and throw them out of my home.
Okay, DSP, but yeah.
Oh
Hey,
my
Steve
god.
Jobs. What the
Awful.
fuck kind of attire is this?
Bro.
Was this that flannel shirt that he was talking about that had problems?
Yo, big ups Plush Duelist for the 5. When did they come in? I missed it. Here it is. For those with PhD, he lives outside Seattle. Therefore, his time zone is Pacific. But myself living in Florida, I live in the Central time zone. Awesome.
Please clap.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, hang on.
Big juicy butt.
God damn it.
I love Bloodborne. I
That's
appreciate
what
the
I
info, brother. Oh, when we come back for the sip and chew. Hell yeah.
There you go. Very nice. I want to play it. I'm dying to
very
play it. I wish I could play it. But
You
again,
can.
there's no
Oh my
point
God.
in
Yeah, you
starting the
could.
game when I know this
No
tech
point,
is
though.
coming out here
Okay.
within the next couple of hours, and we're going to be interrupted.
Couple of hours
Uh-huh.
is potentially the time frame, and he expects to just sit here on stream and talk about nothing all day for 2 hours.
You know the sad thing about this, though? Like, while he was bitching and complaining that he could have downloaded it, but he didn't, he had to go buy it. I had it already fucking pre-ordered and preloaded on my PS5.
Did he have to go buy it physically?
No, Alan Wake 2 was only released digitally.
Oh. Shame.
Yeah, he set up a hotspot or something and
Hotspot,
downloaded
yeah.
it.
I thought I was getting new lore. I thought I misunderstood.
No, because there are a lot of people kept asking him, why don't you just pre-order the games that you're gonna play? Oh, but I can't do that.
Yeah, I was
Because
one of those
reasons.
people that recommended
Yeah.
that when he was talking about his 2 big bills and he's got to buy all 4 of these hot games during the hardcore gaming season. There's for sure games that he was never going to skip. The Assassin's Creed he knew for a fact was going to play. It wasn't even a question. So why didn't he just pay for it when he had the money to?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because he's an idiot. It's the end of the line. He's an idiot.
Please clap.
That's always the conclusion. He's just an idiot, and trying to understand anything he says is pretty much a waste of time. But what else was I doing?
What's the point of playing for 20 minutes to be interrupted? Fuck it. We'll just wait.
20
right?
minutes now.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Arrow.
2 hours to 20 minutes.
Parasolo, re-upped their membership for 29 months and says, crossing my fingers, your internet gets fixed. Thank you to Parasolo. Genesis Gaming re-upped their membership for 20 months and says, 20 months, everyone sing along. Alan,
Please clap.
Shut the fuck up! Gaming. And then Golden Nobles.
Sorry.
To the super chat and says, this is a true horror story.
The true horror is who's singing, for sure.
It's stress. And quite frankly, you know, I got enough stress in my life. It's like we've been talking about recently, right? People say things like, so Phil.
This was the segment I actually wanted to cover solo today. Regardless of whatever shit I cover today, I wanted to talk about this. Because his stance on not doing anything that could be even considered stressful because he lives a stressful life is absolutely absurd to me. It's absurd.
Absolutely.
You know, do you like pranks? Do you like watching prank videos? Do you like roller coasters? Do you like thrill seeking? And my answer is no. Why?
What does prank videos
You're
have to do
someone
with
who
thrill
already
seeking?
leads
Yeah, I
a
know.
Stressful
What the
life,
fuck is that?
right?
I
You already have
know.
things in your life that stress you out on a frequent basis. You don't need more stress. You don't actively go out there and seek more stress. You try to avoid as much stress in your life as possible. All right?
That's great and all. I can almost somewhat kind of maybe a little bit agree to this, right? But what I don't where I just completely diverge is that when you do things that can be stressful or even life endangering in the sense of roller coasters, not entirely dangerous, but hey, kind of dangerous, right? Or skydiving or bungee jumping or any sort of thrill seeking, when you do these kind of things, it kind of puts into perspective how little your other problems are because you could actually just die. So you just appreciate that, hey, your internet's out, but like no big deal because it's not your entire life. It's just the internet.
It's only the internet.
I've
dude.
got
But he's so addicted to the internet, he couldn't even fathom doing something off of it, including
Yeah.
having any sort of relationship with his wife.
Yeah, like he made like a post saying like, "Oh, me and my wife had to watch TV on our phones." Like,
Truly first world problems.
yeah. Are you fucking dead, Phil?
a stressful life. I've got things going on in my life
That he won't tell
that
us.
are incredibly stressful, that are
Too
private,
personal.
that you guys don't know about.
There
And
it
they've
is.
affected me in a big way this year.
Big
And,
way.
You know, it takes a lot out of you to have things going on in your life that are stressful and behind the scenes, and you can't even talk to your audience about it, or I can't, because as I told you guys, as much as I would like to share with you stuff about my
Why?
life, I can't, because of this element of these scumbags who do awful things
Oh, it's
to
us.
harass me, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I have to
At me next time,
essentially
Dave.
keep things to myself. So I've got a very stressful life as is.
No internet, dude.
No internet, dude. Of course. And the tips on the Mario stream, can't forget about that. Back to back, even
Oh,
world
yeah.
ending.
Oh my god. Call the bully hunters. I'm gonna call them right now.
Hey, Skycrow. Yeah, dude stays in his house 6 days a week, playing video games and talking in his bubble, but he's got an infinitely stressful life that he can't tell anybody about. I don't
Not even his neighbors
hit
Also,
why?
like
or his wife.
he hasn't learned anything because like why would you even want to tell people about it? Like I thought you didn't want to say anything. Like don't you learn enough by now? I don't know. Anyways.
Dude, he's fishing for those pity bucks.
Yeah.
It's always for the pity bucks, which I can't stand the little tease that was, oh, I've got things going on in the background that I can't tell you about. I got these appointments, like that whole saga right there that was happening for a week, and then he basically just dropped. Couldn't stand it. Don't tease things like that because it's just scum.
I cannot believe I lost to this scum.
The last thing that I need on top of the stress I have is to cause myself more artificial stress, right? So that's why I just don't like this stuff that people talk about. I think it's crazy. Oh, I'm going to go on a roller coaster. No, I'm not. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. I'm not going to go skydiving. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Thanks,
I'm not
Music
gonna
Light
do
Show, for the
anything
sub.
to cause myself scares or stress. I've had enough. I'm at my wit's end as it is. What I need is relaxation. I need to have a nice day off where I can just fucking sit back and relax. And you want to know what day that is? For me? The most relaxing day of the year for me. Phil.
I just want to. What is the hard stance on roller coasters? He specifically mentioned roller coasters twice. And as someone who enjoys a roller coaster, I don't particularly know what is stressful about them. They just go up and down fast, and then you like go on with your day.
Yeah, maybe Cat likes roller coasters. Maybe.
She be
And
asking.
yeah, maybe, and he doesn't want to do it. I don't know.
It's just such a weird particular thing for him to continuously say. And I've never heard anyone like, it's cool if you don't like roller coasters, but to continuously dog on roller coasters because they're stressful just strikes me as very strange and particular.
It's like not only that, but it's like the whole thing about thrill seeking. It's like, Phil, people can have fun as many ways that they want to. Whether it be playing a video game, going skydiving, going on a fucking mountain hike, going hunting for that matter, fishing. There's a lot of things that they could do, but no, all that's too stressful. All he wants to do is just sit right in his fucking gamer chair and just be like, I'm working. Even though he hasn't worked a day in his life, he's relaxing 24/7.
He's just so unappreciative for the position that he's in. It's that that he's so stressed out about things that in the end don't actually matter. Because again, of the position that he's in, the internet's out for a couple days. That sucks. It's
Wait.
definitely a
I
wrench.
hold on. Not even out. He just has a slower hotspot backup line. That's the only difference.
Fuck, you're right. Debunked.
Yeah. So
Damn
not
it.
even out.
Not
That's
even
the
out.
crazy part. It's crazier that way.
I was getting pignatized live right here on the
Yeah.
stream.
Oh,
Yes,
oh
not
no.
even out.
Myth busted.
Brunel is
And someone mentioned he hates roller coasters since his botched trip to Disney with his friends. This is not lore that I have in my archives. So
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
exactly. Where's ALT? Where's the plunge on Disney
Yeah.
World?
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Because on Christmas Day, I don't put out any content. I don't have to work. I don't have to.
You don't ever work.
errands. I can literally just stay home and relax with my family. And typically, Kat makes a really nice dinner for us, sometimes a breakfast or both. And we have a nice day of, presents and watching stuff together and just, sometimes drinking, which is nice.
The little
Former alcoholic.
Yeah. I like how giddy he gets when he mentions drinking. He did the same thing the other day when he was talking about the Halloween stream. As soon as he was talking about it, he had to mention, and I'll be drinking, and just the passion that came through in him saying he was drinking was
His
so
eyes lit
apparent.
up. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like he was talking about Street Fighter 6, dude. He was so hyped.
It's a nice day. It's literally my best day in the year is Christmas Day. It's the only day a year that I can do that. I'm not kidding you. Every day I am either.
You make your own schedule, though, dog. You're the only one responsible for when you do these things.
Or I have other responsibilities of things I need to do on my day off, which is just a day off from streaming. It's not a day off from life or work. It's just a day off from streaming. I don't have a single day where it's
I
just,
thought
today's my
streaming
day to
was work.
relax and unplug. I don't have an unplug day. It doesn't exist. It's always work. Everywhere I go, every direction I turn.
Oh, shut the fuck
That's
up.
my life.
Dude has been sitting in front of the camera for over 50 minutes now, just talking at it, and he's just work. Like he's grinding himself into the pavement, doing manual labor.
Yeah, like he's working at the coal mines. He's working at the plants. He thinks that what he's doing is compared to that. No, motherfucker. It is not.
He's got the softest living possible, and he wants to act like he gets it out the mud like everybody else does. Big ups Tomyan for the 15 I don't know what currency that is. I'm uncultured. So I'm gonna go with those are shekels. Thanks for the 15 shekels, brother. There's a war currently out there, but I guess the guy sitting in his moldy office 6 days a week begs and sucks at games is on hard mode life. Oh well. And there's nothing he could do. He did nothing wrong. he would say about, what is it, 80 to 90% of the things that go wrong in his life have nothing to do with him and anything that he could control. So sounds good.
Right? So yeah, that's why I like Christmas. And that's why I stay off of stressful things. I don't want anything to do with that shit, you know? So is this true horror? It's not horror. It's just more stress that I don't need. You know, there's really no reason for this to be happening. It's obviously something, I didn't do anything wrong. It's some dumb
Hey, Roach Bait, what's going on?
ISP that doesn't make any sense.
He
It needs
did
to be
nothing
resolved. We
wrong.
need to
He
have a
did
way to
everything
prevent it from
correct.
happening again. And
Story of his life, man.
it's very, very frustrating that it's affecting us.
Hey,
I mean, this is one of
Archimedes.
the biggest-
What's up, man?
This would have been one of the biggest release days.
Doing good.
Sure.
Collab stream today, out of nowhere. Wasn't on the
An
schedule.
actual new horror game.
We have
that
Sir
everyone
Iviga and
wants to
Sir
see,
Dude.
including me, and the reviewers are saying.
Thank you
it's
for introducing. I
ridiculous.
should have did
Wow.
that. Might be.
You want to talk about a home
Mea
run? Hit it
culpa.
on all cylinders, get excited, and now I can't even tell you today.
If you're
what's
just
playing.
joining,
I can't.
we're watching The Guy today, and Brand Dude and Iviga are here. That's my Brand Dude impression.
That sucks.
You're welcome.
Pretty good.
Really,
Some tips.
it's like I really just don't understand why Phil likes to do this. I mean, for God's sakes,
Ah!
I don't have an actual crow sound.
I got a
effect,
dollar
sorry.
tip from someone saying before you watch.
Dude, I don't
the
have a
Five Nights
soundboard
at
at
Freddy's
all.
movie, you should read the
Well,
IGN
hey, man, do your
review
thing.
and see what you think. Yeah, I
Do
don't know.
what you
I
have
haven't.
to.
All I've heard.
I mean, I have one, but I don't have anything like on it that's worth this shit. It's really just
Is
to
that it's
find
not
on my
good.
friends, and I don't even have it
essentially,
open.
From what I'm to understand, the movie, which they're trying to set up to be a horror movie, isn't scary at all.
Are either of you gonna watch the FNAF movie? Just
I
curious.
saw it. I saw it
Oh, you
yesterday.
saw it. Was it any good?
No.
Okay. Okay. I'm about to tell my girlfriend I'm about to hit the DSP, and we're gonna go get a bunch of snacks, and I'm gonna sign up for a free trial of Peacock, and we're not going to the goddamn movie theater because I don't want to pay for it.
Five Nights is like my biggest guiltiest pleasure ever, just because I was like younger when it came out.
Oh, dude, are you the Markiplier fan that he's always talking
Oh,
about?
no. Don't worry about it. I just was interested in the story. That's pretty much it. I was like,
Oh.
oh, what's happening here? It's so weird. And yeah,
Game
it wasn't that
theory.
great.
Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. I'm actually the same way. If we're being honest about, yo, dude, that's here. Big ups. I'm the same way actually. I like the FNAF lore. I like learning about it. I think it's interesting, but I'm not. I don't play the games, and I'm only gonna watch the movie for the meme.
Yep.
All it is a bunch of weird lore, which I guess
Ragnar
if
X.
you're a
Myth
fan
busted.
of the Five
trying to
Nights
go for a
games, I
cough.
guess
God
the
damn it.
fan base.
Five Nights at Snortfort. That's the
really
real
all about
horror.
The lore. Like this is what they're.
You'd be
using
covered in
for
ants
Five
about
Nights at
30
Freddy's.
seconds in, and what
The
happens
lore,
after
the
that is
animatronics
up
and
to
how
God.
They're haunted and things like that. And the lore between the different locations and things. But the movie
Five
itself
Snorts
apparently
at
has
Freddy's.
0 blood. It has no actual real life.
Oh yeah, I could fact check him. It does have blood.
Oh, it does have blood.
It does have blood. Not
Yeah,
a lot,
fact-
but it's there.
Fact check IRL right now. Hot. Heard it here first. FNAF has blood.
Wow.
Scary
Breaking
scene.
news.
Myth
that on
busted.
ESPN.
You know, could it be that this is a movie 100% for those who were just hardcore fans of the series and it won't appeal to anyone else? Is it a thing that there's just, you know what I mean? Like if you play original Five Nights at Freddy's, there's no gore in that either. It's just jump scares, and I hate it.
And you hated
I'll
it.
just be honest. I think it's awful. I don't think the original Five Nights at Freddy's games is good in any way. It's really bad.
It's not for me either.
But there's tons of
you
people
know.
who love it, right? So,
Animatronic cat as an owl.
I don't
The
know.
owl
Anyway,
says hoot.
I didn't see that video for so long, and then I saw it, and I was I didn't even know how to react. I was
got a
so like
$3
off
tip
put.
from an anonymous tipper saying now that the first volume of the Master Collection is out, how about a re-redemption run of the Metal Gear Solid games?
Not
We
gonna
already
happen.
talked about this.
Nope.
That I'm not opposed to replaying them. First of all, there's no way I'm replaying 3.
Bad
because
ports.
3 is being remade as a real game called, was it Delta?
Wouldn't that be the
So
perfect
there's
time to
absolutely no
replay
reason to
3?
replay the third
It
one when
would
a new
be.
version will be out.
Yeah,
probably
to play
next
the old
year.
one, and then he would play the new one, and you could like
Um,
compare and contrast. That would be something.
The one that obviously I would replay again first would be 1, because 1 I haven't played in ages. We played 2 a few years ago, if you remember correctly. And then we actually watched, and I reacted to the original. This is how you don't play as well. So my nose is itching me today. It's bothering me. So yeah, we've had
yeah, itching. That's why you keep sucking in the juice.
basically
Ooh,
It itches.
a lot of Metal Gear stuff in the last few years or
Kojima's
several
an
years.
asshole.
But the one I haven't played in the longest is Metal Gear Solid 1. That's a PS1 version, and I've only played it.
Yes, big ups to Evil AJ for perpetually triggering the guy. He'll never get over it. I mean, he did ruin his life after all, you know?
But this collection, it's not an upgrade. There's no visual upgrades, no control upgrades.
I think
Nothing.
he's
It's
lying
literally
here
just,
too.
Metal Gear
The
Solid
one he
1.
hasn't played for the longest is 4, so I don't know
Yeah.
why he's saying 1.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's 4.
I don't know. Just a weird factoid I have.
I'm hoping that after they remake 3 that we can get a 4 remake too, to be honest. Because I have only ever played 3, and I didn't even get to play it all the way through. Oh, I played 5, actually. I lied. Played 5. But I would like to experience 3 through 5 in order. New.
PS1 version plays on your PS5. That's it.
Should play Twin Snakes.
Would I
Yeah.
consider it?
Did he even
Yes,
play
for
Twin
downtime.
Snakes? That's the
When will the
PSP one,
next
isn't it?
Downtime be?
GameCube.
I literally
GameCube?
have
Nice your
no
pick.
idea.
But yeah,
I
GameCube?
have
Yeah.
no clue when we will have downtime again. First of all, let's get the internet up and running. That's number one. But number two, with all
Jesus,
the new
get in
releases
there.
juggling, the more new releases coming out in November, the games I've already skipped that people want to see me play, all this stuff, right? So it's a consideration, but it's not a focus. Let's put it that way. Okay. All right. So far today, that's all I've got. All right. If you guys contribute, I will shout it out. Understand, guys, that once the tech shows up, then this stream is going to go down probably for a while. It's probably not going to be a quick fix situation. It's probably going to be a situation where me and the tech are sitting here and we are troubleshooting and we're doing all
Me
this.
and the tech.
yeah.
So
Want to drink with the double shoe? Hot.
let's see what happens.
It should be a quick fix because, like DSP said himself, he pretty much figured out the problem, and they just have to figure out how to take care of it. They have to find the solution, So it should be really quickly. He should just tell the guy all the stuff, and then just fix it. He just put his big brain thinking cap on, and it will be right as rain.
But that's the stream. So if you contribute, thank you in advance. Outside of that, this is a portion of the podcast where we just kind of kill some time. And if you guys have questions or topics you
play
want
the
to talk
game.
about, please tag
We
me in
could
the
just
chat.
play the game.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Comic
God.
Frenzy says if you're having
Oh my God,
you're
look at
sharing
this.
the same lines with residential customers, what's the advantage of having business class lines? You should get back to
Close
Comcast
enough.
Comcast by negotiating.
Archimedes asked if I
All right.
think he's faking with the
First
whole
of all-
internet outage thing. No, I don't think he's faking. Because his situation is actually too stupid.
It is. I
Like
can't. I can't play Mario, guys. I can't stream while he's online streaming.
If he said his internet was completely out and he needs pity dollars, like sure, whatever. But the entire it's partially down and he just can't use the laptop and the technical difficulty stream, like all of that combined is just too stupid. I don't think he's not committed enough to the grift to fake it that hard. That's more work than he's willing to put into anything, except obviously pulling Hogan's.
First of all, am I using the exact same internet lines as everyone else? Yes. So does everyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I don't think you understand internet if you're asking that question. When you go to your local
don't understand
store,
internet.
retail store,
I'm dented.
do you think they magically have a special
am I.
internet line that goes to their building? No, it's the same line as
What
everyone else.
internet
Comes off
do
the
you
same
have
pole.
that's the same?
Okay.
Phil?
The difference between a business account and a standard account is usually twofold: the speed and
Okay.
limits. Most residential customers have locked speeds at very low speeds, and they have limits on how much they can use. They actually have data caps. All right.
I'm not gonna dox the company that I have as an ISP, but they do not enforce their data cap. They don't care. They just let you go. So
do they throttle speed? I got asked this in a comment, and I'm just wondering, do they throttle your speed though when you pass the threshold?
I've never noticed, but I'm not actively running like
Okay.
speed tests afterwards that I don't know for certain, but I've never had my internet like cut. They've never charged me extra, and I've never noticed a decrease in quality or anything when I did go over it. The few
Okay.
times I have. So
Okay.
fact check me, but I mean the only reason I even went over is because I messed up my mod situation on a couple of my games like back to back and had to uninstall and reinstall the whole game and all the mods like 5
I know the
times in a
feel.
day.
I know that feel.
They use data up to a certain point, they will get what's the word? Basically, they get a limit to the speed they can get. So they'll get a speed, and then when they use like a certain amount of gigs of streaming, oops, now you get slower. I forget what it's called. Tether.
That has-
speed tethering. Is that the term for it?
See, that's
now?
why I asked.
Throttle.
Yeah.
That's the real term for it. Speed throttling.
And I have been
That's correct.
throttled on my mobile
So if
device
you're a
before for
standard residential
data
customer,
limits, but
you
I've
have
never
speed limit and
noticed
speed throttles. Okay.
on my
That's why
ISP.
you pay what you pay.
Nope.
You're only paying a certain
I've
amount
never
a
had
month
that happen
for that
either.
internet. Now, for me, since I have the business plan, all right, the business plan allows me to have faster speeds than everyone else and allows me to have unlimited internet use.
Who else is on the
There's never a
stream?
time
That's
in podcast
Brand Dude
podcast
and
says,
Ibiza.
oh, hey,
Hello.
just so you know, you've reached a limit and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't happen.
Impromptu collab
Alright,
today
it's
because we were all here.
Situation where I can do as much as I need to because it's my business. It's unlimited. Okay. Now my speeds much faster than much what everyone else has around here. It's not the fastest.
I'm pressing
available. There
X.
is actually a level above what I'm using,
Give me a sec.
but I don't need that. Like for the speeds that I have are actually good enough or more than good enough.
I don't understand because when he talks about his internet, what he said before, it's like 300 megabits up or down or something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but
I
it
think
was
it's down.
down. That's absurd in my area. That I would never let that fly as someone with fiber optic. I mean, I don't understand how and he's right next to Seattle. You mean to tell me they don't have anything better than 300 down that close to Seattle?
Yeah, I think someone said in my chat he can't get like Google Fiber where he is. They don't have it in Renton. What? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't like Google Fiber specifically. I do not.
Yeah,
have,
that one.
But other
Yeah.
companies do offer fiber, and I would imagine that again, being as close to Seattle as he is, that they would have. Because I don't live in a very big town, city style village or anything, but I got fiber. My friends got fiber, and they live quite a bit away from me. So
Century Lake Fiber, Quantum Fiber, Sipley Fiber. Only less than 30% of Washington homes have access to fiber.
Hey, it is what it is. That seems strange to me.
Yeah, it is weird.
I would have thought that I guess he couldn't have taken this into consideration when he was buying his home. He was more concerned about green screen space or something, and also fiber might not have existed back then. I don't know, but it's just strange to me that this guy running a business has a worse internet than I do, and I just be fucking around.
For everything that I need to do here on.
Not to
for
flex
my
on the
streaming
guy or
and my
anything,
uploading.
but
You know, maybe one day if I want to upgrade my
flex
quality
harder.
even further. Right now, I am broadcasting at around 13,000 kilobits per second. But maybe one day I want to upgrade that. Maybe one day I want to actually go full 4K, which would be wild because, man, that's an upgrade. Then I would probably want to upgrade to the next tier.
one day we could see the guy's pores
And
on
actually,
stream.
interestingly enough, through my
Wouldn't that be
discussion
something?
with
Oh, he wouldn't
techs
change
that
his
I've had
webcam.
from Comcast this year.
You're right. God damn it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait
apparently,
another
in the next 2
decade
years,
before he upgrades
Comcast
his
is looking to
webcam.
upgrade their service to actually be better. And when that happens, all business customers will obviously be offered, would you like the better service? Now, the question is, if they do roll this out, what's the speed? Because it was basically, a lot of people ask me, what about fiber, or not fiber optic, what about, what is it, the one that they have only on like special universities and things like that? I forget what it's called. So,
I do hear
yeah,
Google
whatever that
Fiber's
internet is,
killer
I'm sure
though.
someone's going to say it in the chat. It's the best level like an internet you can get, right? But I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Yo, Dead
They have
XO3 tried to
that,
be a Snortec
like,
streamer? Dude, it's never
in
too late.
downtown Seattle and around their university and stuff
wasn't
like that,
covering
you
Phil?
can get that internet. Google
Never too
Fiber,
late to
exactly.
start.
Like basically whatever that high-end internet is, you can get it, but no one around here is getting it, and here's why: because it costs too much money to lay out the infrastructure for it. So they're only going to put it in places where they absolutely need it, right? So they're going to put it at a university, they're going to put it at a hospital, they're going to put it at a place where they have tremendous amounts of data that they need to be doing in a short period of time. But that's never going to come here to my residential area. It's just never going to. The cost is so ginormous that what would happen is they'd say, oh, well, we'll offer it, but because it costs us so much money to roll out the infrastructure, it's $500 a month. And people, no one's going to pay that, you know? So residentially,
bullshit on the price.
you're never.
Yeah, that was totally pulled out of his ass. But don't they know that DSP's the guy? That he is him and that he absolutely needs the same internet connection as hospitals do? He's that important?
I'm really him.
Exactly what I was thinking.
We're gonna
They just
see
don't know
people
he's the
buy
main character,
like that,
obviously.
Okay. But anyway, so technically, am I on the same line as everyone else around me that's on the residential internet? Yes. But I don't even have the same service. I'm Comcast Business. Everyone else around here is called Xfinity. I can't even go to like Xfinity.com and access my stuff. I'm on a completely different website, a completely different account. Everything's different. Everything's, you know, different hardware. I have completely different modems than anyone else on the residential plans. They get one level of modem. I have a different modem entirely.
Yeah,
And I think Brandu pointed this out yesterday. He says he has 2 different modems, and then backtracks and says he has one different modem because he's got the one business line and the one personal line, which to me still doesn't make any sense at all.
That's what I said. He has 2.
I
Oh,
can't
most
believe-
residents have 1.
I was gonna say I still can't believe that he gets upsold and scammed into having 2 internet lines. That's
Yeah,
What?
dude. I don't. I don't know what that's about.
whoever upsells him needs a goddamn promotion, dude.
Doesn't seem hard though.
No,
Check out
you're
the
right.
Car
He's a mark.
Saga.
Yeah, he's a mark through and through. Are you talking about the spark plugs
BMW?
that he?
Oh, that too.
Yeah, the
Buyer's
BMW,
market
I
for
didn't even think of
cars,
that.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Buyer's market for cars.
All right. So, you know, that's the difference. More speed and unlimited data, meaning no throttling and no issues where I hit a limit and they're gonna complain.
Profits
to me
pointed out that he only has 1 line, but he has 2
That's the
modems.
change.
Yeah, so I thought it was Profit that said like
There
they
you
don't actually run 2 lines; they just give you the one,
Vanilla
and they
Craft,
just
I
run
know,
it through your
Lon
house
spams his
twice or
chat
something
every
like
day.
that.
He comes in and he says the same stuff, and we tell him, you know, and he still does it. The timeout is fine. Don't ban him, but time him out if he keeps doing it. I don't know why he doesn't listen.
And I don't know why. Out of all of the times that we get ban happy and we ban people in chat, the guy who comes by every day and spams about his birthday and annoys the shit out of Phil, just time him out. Don't ban him. What? Whatever. Take your sip.
Sleazy asshole.
I should be a priority if I pay more.
Shut
I
the
am.
fuck
I
up.
told you. They were going to send someone out here yesterday under the premise that I was going to be home, and I told them I'm not home. Yesterday was my day off. I had to go out. I had appointments and everything I had to do. So I couldn't be home for them to send someone right away. They weren't going to have someone. So they said, okay, well, since, you know, you're not going to be home, we're going to have them come out tomorrow afternoon instead. And that's what's going on right now. I'm just waiting for them to show up whenever. And it really is, again, it's going to depend on what their previous appointment was, right? That's going to determine when they can show up. So we very well could go. My normal time here is usually we go till around like 12:45, and I take a break, and we'll start gameplay at 1. But this tech might not be here till 2 p.m.
So, not knowing, you're just going to sit here and bullshit your way through a stream instead of playing the game that people came by to see. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's nothing I could do about that.
There's
So
nothing
again,
you could do,
I'm starting out.
obviously.
If this guy's just going to show up, let's see what happens. All right? Okay. Thank you, Flip the Tree says, just got here, hope everything resolves quickly. Me too. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. My nose will not stop itching today. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I don't know why. My whole nose is itchy. So it's got to be a million things going on at once here. My nose is itching me like crazy.
Not that I think it's a real theory, but the only person I've ever heard complain about their nose being itchy like that is coke fiends. So,
Yep.
Have I seen the new RoboCop game and will I play it? Oh, we
PSP is
saw
known
it
for its addictions.
during the React show last week. and it really doesn't look special to me. It's just basically RoboCop themed.
Scopely
FPS,
turned into
because it's
Coakley
very
pretty
slow
quick.
moving,
I don't
which makes
know.
sense because RoboCop is slow. But I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't look particularly interesting to me. Will we play it? I don't know. It's not in the schedule, but maybe we could fit it in.
Even
if
though
people
you
wanted
like
it. I don't know.
RoboCop, probably not.
Thank you all. A lot of people are saying we hope that you get this resolved. I appreciate that.
Resolved.
Also, I think it's very strange you wouldn't play the RoboCop game for like one stream and then just be like, nah, it's not for me. Like as
Oh,
a streamer, I
Felix Maid
feel like
says,
that's
"Would
something
you
you're
vote
allowed
for
to
us
do is just
buying
play
you
it
a
once just to
free day?"
check it
Like,
out,
once
show
in
it
a
to your
while, someone
audience,
would
and then
tip
decide.
a certain amount, and then you could have you could just relax with your wife for the day. Here's the thing. Okay?
Here's the thing.
You understand?
Here's the thing.
Throw your hands up.
Yes and no. You know, if we were in the distinct
The non-answer.
idea that that's what was going to happen. Hold on 1 second, by the way.
Bye, Phil.
Oh, it's
Bye.
this. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this is the bit my video's on today. Comes out right now. It's like I'm doing it live.
Please clap.
I heard a truck outside. I was like, could that possibly be them? They didn't call me.
He's
but
like
no,
a dog.
it's not them.
That's what dude
Okay.
said.
Yeah, exactly. He's just gonna get up for
All right.
every car that passes by because it could be the
No
guy.
matter what, not working puts me behind. You understand? Like, how can I explain this?
God damn it, Phil! Get the fucking point.
Oh, this is full of filler.
I see what you did there.
As you guys know, I have a certain work ethic. I
Unintentional.
stream a lot,
know, right?
right? I'm here consistently.
I gotta
Right?
say.
A lot of people tell me that I'm one of the more, or one of the most.
He keeps
dependable,
doing this weird thing with his
consistent streamers
hands.
there are. That I have a set schedule. You know what I'm doing
Wait,
during that
he's
schedule.
one of the most what?
A lot of
He's one of the most consistent.
I'm
streamers?
here
Prolific?
consistently.
No,
correct?
no,
A
not
lot of people
prolific.
tell me that I'm one of the more, or one of the most dependable, consistent streamers there are. That I
Dependable,
No.
consistent.
know what I'm doing during that schedule.
He's not dependable.
Oh, I mean, he's dependably here. That's all I can give him credit for, though. Just like consistent, yes, consistently putting out bad content every day. That's all you can get credit for, though. That's not
But-
something to take pride in.
But he's not really consistent though, because there are days where he'll change the schedule to fit his benefit. I mean,
Which is-
Liza P.
Yes, you're right. He was supposed to play Starfield. I tuned into that, and then it was Lies of P, and I was upset because I wanted to hear him shit on Starfield some more.
Yep.
He is very artistic about his schedule. He's all about it. It makes up so much of his content. He talks about it and he talks about what's going to happen later, and then yeah, like you said, he just will change it whenever convenient for him.
But if you ask him to change it, no.
Yeah, exactly. He can't be bothered to do what his audience wants, but this is curated, meaningful style content.
A lot of other streamers, they'll turn their stream on. You don't even know what they're doing today. They'll turn their stream on whenever they feel like, without even giving you a heads up of exactly when they're starting. They don't take it seriously or act like professionals. To them, it's just kind of like a hobby or a mess around, right? Yet, here they are, ginormous popular people with millions of viewers and stuff, right? It's pretty crazy. I've never had that mentality. Since the day that I started streaming, I treated it like my job.
And no, I think I'm not pressing X to doubt. I think this is the truth. I'm pressing A to truth on this one. He does treat it like a job, like a dead-end job he doesn't want to be at. He shows up every day, clocks in, clocks out, and just does the bare minimum 1,000-yard stare while barely playing and understanding the game. Like a job.
You're right.
Brand dude,
What's up?
I'm still pressing X to doubt.
Same.
The crowd
Well,
makes it better.
A thing I can use to counter that is he always says, like in current year, that he used to just be fucking around and not know what he was doing. and you know, he was just like kind of just coasting along, and now he takes it seriously. And now he loves what he's doing. So, I don't know. When did that start and when did it end? I don't know. So that's why I'm just doubting it.
You press an X on that. Okay.
Yeah.
I get your reasoning. I get your reasoning. You're right though. He does constantly, like, he was so proud of the content, proud, quote unquote, of the content that he made back when he made it, and then, you know, years down the line, you're right, he's just fucking around. Now he makes good content.
Yeah.
As if to
Yeah.
shine his own ass a little bit in the current day to try and get some more tips. Definitely cope. Thanks Plush the Duelist for the $2. Consistently inconsistent. And that's all you can ask for from the guy.
That's exactly what it is, right? Like, I treated it seriously. And
hey, Jeff.
Because of that, there's been a certain level of expectancy from me. Like, people expecting certain things of me, that I'm going to play a certain amount of gameplay. I'm going
everyday
to have a certain amount of
trash.
content. I'm going to be here a certain amount of time. And I really have not veered from that level of content delivery in many, many years. Right? I have.
But again, he's a content creator / streamer. He's the only person that's actually in charge of his schedule and what he does and doesn't do. Regardless of whether or not people pay him money to do these things, at the end of the day, it's his call. He's his own boss. So to sit here and throw this little pity party for himself it's just absurd. It's not right. It's almost disrespectful to try and say that other people are putting this expectation on him when entirely it's on him.
100%.
I mean, there was a time I didn't even have a whole day off. Were you aware of that? There were times when I only had half a day off a week. So I would stream 7 days, and one day I would stream one stream, and then the second half of the day would be to go grocery shopping and do stuff. How crazy was that? That was, you know, I cut back. When Kat moved in with me in 2018, we made a commitment.
Such an accomplishment.
All right? We made a commitment that we were going to have, no matter what, one day together a week, because that was more important than whatever more benefit I would get from working 7 days a week. You see?
What?
Yeah, I mentioned this on my stream, but he's lying there because he did that with Leanna. I don't know why he says when Kat moved in, we decided we're gonna do that, because he started doing that with Leanna. So I don't know what that one's about.
If you didn't point it out, I was gonna say that you pointed it out yesterday.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact, but I believe you. That sounds familiar to my
No,
memory.
that's a fact. Yeah,
Okay,
that's a fact.
fact.
I can guarantee you. I'll put my whole credibility on that.
Careful, you might have to file for bankruptcy. You put too much on your credit. Yeah, but he's talking about, oh, I need my one day off, like, so that they can spend time together. Dude, you're at home 6 days a week for your job, and she works part-time. You're home at the same time more frequently than you're letting on. Even though in my house, I'm back here and I'm doing this and I'm making my videos and whatnot, at any point I could just step away like he does to take his 20-minute bathroom breaks and spend time with his wife. Like, it's again entirely up to him. So to say that he needs his one day off and throw his whole pity party, given his position, it just doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. It's just pity for pity's sake to try and get some dollars.
Yeah.
So that's why we have the 1 day away as it is. Now, if
yeah, same guy, he committed to stop playing mobile
where
games to
someone say,
Cat.
"Hey,
Exactly.
I would like to donate a certain amount of a tip or whatever it may be." Okay? And that would allow you to have an extra day off this week, right? Here's the thing. If that were exactly what happened, then yes, all right? But typically, in a situation like that, here's usually what happens, right? So, all right, so I get a big contribution, and I decide, well, because of that, now I'm going to work less. What ends up happening is, you know, now I work less, now I'm behind. Now because I'm behind, people are upset. Now because people are upset, they don't contribute. You get it? It kind of is cyclical.
This is the part, again, this is the part that I made the video on, but he is essentially asking for vacation days like he has a real job. That's what he wants. He wants paid time off.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, DSP, get a real fucking job. Like, it comes with the territory of the business that you've decided to run. And I've never heard any other content creator say, if you give me large sums of money, I will work and produce less content.
Yeah, give me money so I don't have to show up tomorrow.
And that's what he's asking for. Exactly. Yeah. He wants more money to do less work. And that's just not how the exchange really works at all. I don't know anyone who's going to give you more money to see less content, because what they're really paying for is not to support you, but to support the content. So if the reward for supporting is less content, that's the exact opposite of incentive. A decentive. I don't think that's a word. I don't know.
Decentive.
It's like you have a level of expectation of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And if I don't live up to it, then people get disappointed. And disappointed people don't tend to have a good time and don't tend to support that person who they're watching. Do you see what I mean? So if the whole idea was, I'm going to tip Phil a big tip today, and I'm hoping that this tip is going to allow him to not have to work an extra day this week. And so this happens, and I planned it out ahead of time, and we're all of the agreement that this is what it is. And everyone says, yes, this is so you can have an extra day off this week. You deserve it. And everyone's okay with it. Then
how many people? How many people have to be okay with it? How many people have to have a dissenting opinion saying, no, it's not okay? I mean, realistically, if we're really going to put this plan into action here, we're really going to even can take it into consideration. How many people, realistically? It's just not a number that I think is quantifiable for DSP at all.
Yeah, in the end, there's only one person that has to be okay with it, and it's him. That's it. He decides. He'll decide. Like, that's all it is.
Yo, big ups Baka no Sensei for the $2. Phil can't stop lying. Ban. Exactly. Gone forever. If it were up to me, it's not up to me, unfortunately.
yes, that could happen.
But yeah, he's the only person that's in charge of what days he takes off of. He's again just shirking the blame onto his viewers, which is a shitty thing to do.
Because typically, here's what I've found. When you get a situation where you get a day where there's great support, what ends up happening is then people look at that situation, because let's be honest here, I don't have a normal following on the internet. I have both a fan base and a hater base, right? There's people who hate watch me and literally track every dollar that I make on a stream. As messed up as that sounds, that's very much the case. So,
and this is where I think it would be a great idea if he just took the leaderboards off of the screen, because it would make it that much more difficult to keep track of his dollars. I mean, who keeps track of this shit? Is it Piece of Peace that does that? Yeah. Piece of Peace is going to do it regardless of whether or not the leaderboard's on the screen. But the average Joe Schmo on the block is not going to know your tips by the end of the stream because they're not actively keeping track. The only people who are going to know are the people who follow Piece of Peace, and you're not going to win those people back anyway. They are fully into the Snortex, as we call it around here. So
yeah, also like he doesn't want you keeping track of them, but he puts them on the screen. So like, what does he think it's there for? Like, other than, because people will track it anyways, but it's like he tracks it himself on screen. So what? Like,
and then like you said, is upset that people are tracking it. Like, you're showing us the numbers. You absolute ignoramus. You don't understand what you're doing here, I guess.
I have a day where, oh my God, Phil did really well today. I'm gonna.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at this.
Today. He typically doesn't do that. In a given day, he would never make that much. It's just a random. He made $500 on stream today. That's crazy. What ends up happening is those scumbags will make a series of videos about it. They'll put it everywhere. See, Phil made $500 today. He doesn't need your support because he's rolling in it right now. So what ends up happening is I'll have a really good day, and all of a sudden I'll just happen to notice that over the course of the next week, support's way low. Now, what happened?
This train of logic doesn't make any sense to me at all, because I don't understand if the detractors are making videos saying that you don't need money because you got paid well on like Monday or whatever, and then the rest of the week is going to be slow, how does the detractor videos affect the people that support you? Because those people are not the same people. Like, the people that are watching detractor content are not your, or should not be your supporters that are paying your bills. I mean, some of them are. Shouldn't be. That doesn't make, that train of logic doesn't make any sense at all.
That'll be the same as saying you own a sandwich shop, and one day you have a rush of customers, and they all come in and buy your sandwiches. Wow, I did so good. For the
Sandwich
rest of the
shop.
week, no one comes into your shop.
Again.
What happened?
The food analogy.
Right? I don't know, but that's what happens sometimes.
The guy who's never run a restaurant in his life.
Marathon, and the marathon will go really well, and a lot of people will support the marathon, and all of a sudden, the whole rest of the week is slow for support, which is no good. The whole idea is consistency, right? That I come, and I told you my philosophy. Here's my philosophy.
He comes.
If I turn on a stream,
Don't we all?
and I'm putting out honest content, right?
You've never done that.
Loyal to you guys. I tell you truthful statements about the games I'm playing, so you have a fair representation of what I'm playing on that stream. If I'm having a good time, whether it's enjoying a game because I really like it, or just not enjoying it at all because I hate it, but it's
He says a fair representation of the game, and that honestly just bothers me a lot, because this is a guy who can't fucking read. Like, when the game tells him to do stuff, he actually can't read or understand any of the mechanics, and then thinks he's giving people a fair representation of the game. You might as well watch your little cousin try and play a video game and then get an idea of the game off of that. Him running around in GTA is the equivalent of DSP playing a GTA, because neither of them really have any goal or know what they're doing until they get handheld and then eventually do the objective. They're just going to be confused 75% of the time. A prime example of that is when he played GTA 5 not that long ago, and he bitched the entire, like, every single stream about how the cops were the worst thing ever. Actually, like watching my little cousin play.
as long as I'm portraying that fairly. I'm not shilling, I'm not lying, I'm not over exaggerating, but instead I'm giving you a truthful representation of what I feel about the game that's on
You know what
that
to do,
that
Brandon.
day, correct? So as long as I'm doing that, all right, then you guys will enjoy the content. You in turn will engage with said content, right?
This is
You will
the
enjoy said
philosophy.
content, and you will say, man, I like that content, and I want that content to continue. So I am going to, out of the goodness of my own heart, I am going to support that content, whether it would be by watching, by liking, by you leaving comments, a super chat, a super sticker, a super thanks, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip.
Jesus,
No
we had to
matter
cover
what it
all
is,
of the
that's
bases.
all the ways that you support my content and keep me going, correct? So, with that being said, that's my
Hey,
philosophy.
big ups. Big ups. And I totally had something to say about that, and I forgot because I had to give the big ups. Well, I guess we'll just say get well soon, Steve. Miss you.
We miss you,
Philosophy.
Steve.
Love you,
Right?
Steve.
So, if I'm putting out the same content
You
and it's
crazy
genuine, fun content, and it's useful and educational, and people
You
find
make
value,
Lucozade look good. I don't know what that is,
arguably,
but it looks
what you
tasty
would
when you
think would
drink it.
happen is that every
It's
single
like
day,
like Gatorade.
I would have a
I figured.
a set amount of consistent support that I can depend on, and would be the same, and I could say, okay, now I can rely on that, and I'm good. And that's literally not what happens. And we've
That doesn't happen to any content creator, though. You're not guaranteed money. Like, enjoyment does not inherently mean cash influx. That's not how that works. And no, I don't think any content creator expects it to work like that except for Dave here. I mean, there's definitely other people that do, but I don't know those people because I'm not watching their garbage content. I watch enough garbage content. Big ups Plush the Duelist for the $5. If Phil makes 500 with no problem, then he needs to explain beyond tips where the other 1200 plus comes from. Don't worry about it. That's the answer that he's got to give. Just don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. Don't question the group think. It's fine. Bill Paulson for the $5. Those darn detractors hurting his business and keeping DSP from taking the extra day off. Exactly. It's our fault.
talked about this.
Damn
as well.
you, Brand Dude
Yeah.
and Ivega.
We have had
I
situations
mean,
where again, you know, I have a really good day, and then all of a sudden,
He's probably really talking about
for the
piece of
rest of the
peace
week
and
it's
duty,
dead.
though.
No
It's not
support. Why?
necessarily.
Oh, because your haters made a bunch of videos saying you made $500 today, so now everyone's like, haha, he doesn't need anything. So, you know, now no one came by and supported
Haha.
your stream today. Or everyone withheld because they saw that you had a good day.
That's
yesterday,
me.
and everyone
Whenever
talked
DSP has a
about
bad
it
day,
after your video.
out loud, I
What?
go, haha.
What are you talking about? And the thing is, I don't even know that because I don't watch that junk. I'm here on my
Ah.
stream
I don't
for
believe
my
that,
content.
though.
That's all I know. I don't watch any other shit around me.
Thank you.
I only know about it when people come to me and talk to me about it. That's the only time I know. You guys tell me in the chat, or I'll get an email.
I did
about
do
it.
everything
I will never
correct.
know about their junk unless you guys
Thank you, Francisco.
distinctly tell me what's going on with that junk. Okay, so
We make junk. I say we. I do make junk content, but we, as a detractor community, make junk content by putting in countless more hours into the content that we make, as opposed to the guy who is flubbing his way through a level 1 pre-stream and wasting everyone's time by not playing the game. Awesome. He couldn't, in his wildest dreams, even imagine making the song parodies and all of the documentary style edited footage that other people make. Not in his wildest dreams could he even fathom what it takes to do that. But it's garbage content. It's junk. Get bent, dude.
to me, it sucks.
Yeah, we are
because
mindless Joes. They're waiting my orders. Just enjoy the enjoy the stream. That's my order. That's all I got. I'm tired.
I would love.
Hey, Bleach Killer 419, thanks for showing up, brother.
To say, man, if I have a really good day this week, that means I could take a day off, right? But a lot of the time, that's not the case. A lot of the times,
Your
I'll have
whole
the good
entire
day,
existence is a
but
day
then that
off.
good day is completely negated by a week after.
He's
That's
had days
slow.
off for
So the good day
15 years
essentially
straight.
made up for the slowness, and I'm
Exactly.
just back to where I normally am. Do you see what I'm saying? I know this is a really long-winded answer.
Wait, hang on. Run that back. Run it back.
So,
Sorry.
to me, it
Breathe.
sucks because I would love, abso-freaking-lutely, to say, man, if I have a really good day this week, that means I could take a day off, right?
Huh.
But a lot of the times, that's not the case. A lot of the times, I'll have the good day, but then that good day is completely negated by a week after that's slow, so the good day essentially made up for the slowness, and I'm just back to where I normally am. Do you see what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. Well, hang on. But if he has a good day one day and then the rest of the week is slow, that's fine. That's fine. But in this hypothetical situation we're laying out here in the chat that he's been replying to for like 20 fucking minutes, someone's offering to give him a large sum of cash, and then if the rest of the week is slow, he would still have got the large sum of cash, taken the day off, and then had what it would amount to a normal week. No?
Yeah, also, I just want to say, remember his beg earlier where he's like, I don't want to go back in the hole. He's saying he's fine now. Now he's fine. So he doesn't want to be fine still if he makes a lot of money one day and then it's slow the rest of the week. He told us himself he's fine. So why is that not okay?
Yeah, exactly. He's fine now, and then he would make a large sum of cash, and then it would amount pretty much to a normal week after he takes his day off, and then the rest of the week is slow for whatever reason, because detractors, I guess. So, yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to be fine. But in this hypothetical here, not only did he have a fine week, which is supposed to be okay, but then he also got the day off that he's asking for.
Yeah.
This is a double win. And he is just painting himself like, again, he's the victim in the entire thing. Perpetual victim. Yo, shout out the militant nerd for the $4.99. For real, to get a day off, he only needs the approval of his 5 whales. OIC, 1 Minute Man, etc. Also, his lack of self-awareness and the way he treats his fans is stunning. The way he treats his fans is one of my biggest problems with him. I don't personally like how disrespectful it is to the people that pay your bills. It's disgusting. It's insulting, it's revolting, it's piss, personally.
100%.
I know this is a really long-winded answer, but this is just what I've come to see over time.
Long-winded
It's
answer.
not necessarily always factors that I can control. Me, what can I control? Right
Me.
here, what's on this stream and the content I put out on the stream. That's it. That's the one factor. I don't control YouTube. I don't control my own internet. As
God.
you can see with this Comcast issue. I don't control what people say and do about me. I don't control the hater content around there, the drama that people create artificially on the internet around me that I don't make. I don't have anything to do with any of it. All I can do is control this right here and do my best with what's on my own content stream. You see? And that's my focus. But that's what's...
You know, for it being his focus, he doesn't do a very good job with the content that he does make right here that he's in control of.
And
So-
not only... Oh, go ahead.
No, that was the end of my sentence. I end too many sentences with the word so.
No, it's like, and he doesn't even take control of his own streams. He let his audience dictate what he should be doing.
That's a great point. Just so he can shirk off all of the blame to them when it inevitably crashes and fails because he's just not a good content curator.
sucks is that's not all that affects me. Although this is all I can control, this is not all that affects me. There's all this white noise bullshit on the outside of this stream that I can't control my internet. I can't control how YouTube works. I can't control what haters say. I can't. If people would tune out the bullshit, if they would just listen to me and say, listen, if you really like me and my content, here's what you do. Every day you come here,
Here's what you do, guys.
watch the stream,
Just
talk with
listen
me,
to
you
me.
enjoy, and you move on with your
Breathe.
day, and that's it. You unplug. When this stream is unplugged or the on-demand video is done, you're done. Do not watch any of the periphery shit, and you will
No.
enjoy this a lot more.
This is cult
Cult.
speak.
Yeah, the cult.
This is insane. There's a reason that the DSP cult leader exists, because this guy just told you, if you want to enjoy me, what you have to do is only listen to me. Don't listen to anybody else. Only consume my content, and that's the only that's how you'll enjoy it. Everything else that everybody else is saying is nonsense. You shouldn't listen to it. It's bullshit. They're the enemy. Like, that's him. He's the guy.
I'm really him.
Exactly. He's smoking.
Stop
gun
it.
deal.
Get some help.
He just needs to get some help.
He does need some help. I get that in my comments a lot. Like, this guy needs help, but like realistically probably far beyond help and will never seek it anyway. So it's not gonna do him any good to say that. But I appreciate your guys' well wishes for the guy.
So many people that fall down that rabbit hole of bullshit. They listen to all the trash that people say about me
Exactly,
and
Roach
everyone
Bait.
else
Snipers
around
on
me.
every rooftop
And you
looking for
get
the guy.
Sucked into that toilet. It's what it is. It's a toilet. And once you get sucked into the toilet, it's hard to get yourself out because it's flushing. You're
Like a
getting
vortex.
pulled down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's really
scat
nothing I
humor.
can do. You might
Oh,
watch my content, all right? And then all of a sudden, 5 related videos show up that are all negative, right? You could literally be watching my marathon stream, and a marathon stream I do well, people, support. And then it goes offline, and here's a detractor video. Phil makes this much money in his stream. He's an e-beggar, blah, blah, blah. What? Wait, I just watched the stream. The stream was good. The stream was entertaining and fun. People supported it. That's a positive.
It was fun, it was good, and people supported it. Those are the 3 things that DSP thought were worth mentioning. He just had to slip in the supporting it in there. Like, his audience gives a shit if they are supporting it. They're there for the content, dude.
Yep.
Also, if you enjoy something, you watch something and you enjoy it, and then the immediate video after it is, here's why you shouldn't enjoy it. There's two options there. You can either say, I'm not going to listen to this or watch this because I enjoyed the thing, and you're not going to change my opinion on what I enjoy because this is the reasons that I enjoy it. Or you could watch it and come to your own conclusion whether or not what they're saying is true or false. And either way that you come out of that, if you genuinely enjoy the content, great, fine, perfect, fantastic, good for you. But if you watch the video and you start to agree and you have your mind changed, then that's also great, fine, perfect, and fantastic. And I'm glad that people could do that for you and make you see the light. There's nothing wrong with either of those. I don't know why DSP sees it as a bad thing other than that he actually is trying to operate a cult where he doesn't want you to listen to other people. And that's an absurd stance.
But you spin it as a negative, right? And then you get bombarded with that negative shit.
Yo, thanks, Chad
It's
St.
ridiculous
John,
that you
for the
do.
subscription.
But that's how
Appreciate it, brother.
YouTube works, right?
Big Jew.
So I get it. That's kind of the nature of the beast, but at the same time, it sucks because, like you just suggested, what if someone contributed a big amount and said, here, take the day off, right? First of all, I wouldn't be able to just take that day off. It would have to be a planned thing, right? Like, okay, if Phil gets a big contribution, everyone agrees that maybe I'll take a day off next week, an extra day off or something like that. But then I literally have to have a week where every other day is a normal day and I'm making a good amount of support and everything every day. It can't be I have the one good day, but then I have 4 slow days. Well, now I can't take the day off. Do you see? In general, that's how it works.
So that's how it works. In case you were wondering how it works on level 1, that's how it works. Whatever he said is the truth, obviously. Sound good? Sounds good to me.
No.
Right? So, you know, that's the situation being a content creator of my level. There are many content creators
level
that
1.
are bigger than me, or content creators that are seen in a much more favorable, positive light, and they get tons of opportunities that I don't get. They get opportunities for sponsorships, partnerships, paid product placements, referral codes, shill. And those people don't have to work as much as me. They get to take time off. They get to go on travel and do vacations and go on work trips and things like that. I can't do that. I can't. Those days are over. You know, those days were over 10 years ago. Right? And there's nothing I can do about that. I can't make time rewind. I can't make 10 years of slander go away. All I can do is push
dude,
forward
Brand
on-
Dude's out here with his 10 years of slander.
All
He's
those
the
people
problem.
Who get that flexibility are not me because they're not me. Get it? That's why they have that. They can do what they want to do.
No response. I'm going to take that as an admission of guilt.
Whatever they do. I don't have
Yeah.
that. I literally have to sit here and grind and make the content I do in order to make ends meet.
And I gotta point out, not only does he describe streaming for his viewers as work, but also he's describing it as grinding. That is not okay to do. To me, I don't think that's very polite and a respectful thing to do. To tell your viewers that you consider the content that you put out for them and entertaining them as a grind. I mean, it can be, but I don't think you're supposed to say it like that. And I don't think you're supposed to feel like that either. I don't ever feel like I'm grinding when I make my videos. I'm doing them because I'm going to watch the guy anyway and share my opinion and have fun and read your guys' comments, and it's going to be a good time. I was doing the streams because I wanted to hang out with you and watch the guy because it's my free time and I can do that. It's not a grind. And I hope that comes through. But DSP, absolutely no passion for what he does. And that does show through. So.
Okay? That's just my reality.
Exactly. He said the loud part that he feels
My
deep
wife
down.
And I have come to terms with that, although we want it to get better. We want to have 2 days off a week because ideally, one day off should be the day where I run errands. Like I go grocery shopping and appointments and all of that. And we should have another day off that we get to spend together as a family.
It's like a 2-hour
that
day.
we can go have fun. Go on a nice long
Takes like
date
2
on
hours
a
to do
date
that.
day. Or,
It
hey, we wanna
does,
do something at
yeah.
the house today. We have time to do it.
He has the worst time
We don't.
management skills of anybody I've ever seen.
It took us years to clean out our garage. We just finally cleaned out the garage to the point where I need like one more big clean out trip to maybe the dump, and then the garage will be
Oh,
clean.
boy,
And we can
this
actually
fucking
like,
garage.
thoroughly redesign
can't
and
escape
clean
the
it and
garage.
use it for
You
something.
cannot. No, everything you're on is about the garage now, Brand Dude.
For years
Welcome
and
to your
years
own
and
hell.
years. And we just don't have time to do anything with it. You know? I've got broken down rooms. I got a whole bathroom that doesn't work. I don't have time to do anything with it or even plan for anything for that. You know, I'm here 6 days a week. You know?
You had a stream where you got money. You were given $1,000 fucking dollars and you didn't fix it.
And he says that he can't get it fixed because he's in here 6 days a week. You don't have to stand over the plumbing guy's fucking shoulder the entire time he's there. He comes into the house, you show him where the problem is. And then he does his thing. And you could even go stream. And then when he just be like, hey, if you need something, just knock on the door. I'm going to be doing my thing. Just like, let me know. And I'll pause what I'm doing and I'll come and talk to you and deal with it. And that guy probably would be grateful that you're not going to be breathing down his fucking neck the entire time. It's the most convenient thing that you could do is have someone else repair your bathroom because you're home every single day, all day. He's just lazy. He's lazy and has poor time management, and there's no proper excuse for that. I mean, he has the excuses, but they're just not good or applicable.
Yeah, you brought up the grocery thing earlier, or like he goes on a day out, comes home to relax, and it's like, yeah, he goes out and buys groceries and then goes back home, only to then go back out again. That's like so fucking weird to me. I never understood that.
Yeah, you guys said that on the stream yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, and he saves his groceries for the end. Where if anybody with proper, again, time management skills would, or he gets his groceries first and comes back is the thing. Anyone with
Yeah.
time management skills does it the other way, where they would get the groceries last because then they are already gonna come home anyway, and then they just have the groceries so that they don't, spoil or de-thaw or whatever the situation is. But he doesn't think on, I guess, that next level 2, if you will, bringing it back around. Yeah, he's perpetually stuck on this level 1 mentality. He doesn't think about the next step. He's can't see past his own nose. He can't think about the long term. He's only thinking about the short term. It's about the tips. He can't think about memberships. Just the worst.
So ideally, I want things to get better. And by the way, I should say this, that
That agrees with me?
they are moving in the right direction. They are.
Sounds
And
good to
if
me.
things change in this country, in the economy and stuff,
Oh,
if things
Oh yeah, Brand dude, when is your stream today?
Right after this one, I guess.
Oh damn.
It's at. I mean, I planned on ending as soon as this was over. So,
All right.
things had gone
few
a
more
different way,
minutes.
and if these last few years there wasn't record high inflation and interest rates going up,
Yeah,
I
the
might
guy's
have been in
got
an even much better
another
position
hour
to
and a
the
half.
point where I'd
I
have
was
more
hoping I
money
wouldn't cut into
and
your
more
block.
flexibility with my life. It's just bad
Hey, man, I
circumstances.
go after you.
Things that have
That's it.
happened that are
Keep going
again,
as long as you want.
things outside of the realm of my control. This is what I can control. What you see, I can't control the United
Control
States
you.
of America and interest rates and inflation and internet and trolls and how YouTube works. That's the shit I can't control.
Mentioning
All I can
inflation
control
and
is right here,
and
okay?
interest
That's what
rates,
I
like it's
focus on.
unique to
That's
him.
my best win. So, I absolutely would love to have another day off a week. But even if someone were to step up and say, hey, here's a big contribution, take Friday off, I couldn't guarantee that that would work. You know what I'm saying? We could plan for it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work. And that sucks, but that's really out of my control at this point. I received a $50
That was a
tip
long segment.
from 1 Minute Man. He says, I hope your tech brings you a new modem. Well, thank you. I don't know if a new modem is necessarily the fix to this problem.
Yeah, Alien, he did
Because
mushmouth
The modem has nothing
there.
wrong with it. It seems to be functional. It just is having these issues with connectivity or whatever it may be. And I guess the question is, what is the solution? I don't know. And that's what I mean. Like, me and the tech have to work on this afternoon.
Me and the tech.
And try to get to the bottom of the situation. I said 20 because usually it's 20 and it's 50 today. Thank you, 1 Minute Man.
Oh, sorry, delay.
Maybe the most.
See, I'm gonna have to. This is where LA Noir got me too, because like part of it is doubt. Yeah, I don't think him and the tech found the solution, but I do believe that he was there with the tech in the same way like the kids holding the flashlight for the dad while he's working on the car. Like Truth, I think he was there, but X, I think that he was actually helpful at all. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
right.
gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna wind up failing the case for sure.
Modem swap would fix the problem. You're right. Maybe a modem swap would fix the problem. But would it prevent the problem from reoccurring when you don't know what the root cause was? Right? That's a whole other issue is maybe we'll get everything up and running by the time that this tech is done today. But then what happens if in 2 days the whole thing just happens again? Right? That's what we got to figure out here. So, thank you, 1 Minute Man, very much for the support.
You have a nice day too,
My
Plush the
class is on.
Duelist. Yo, big up Snoot in the
Derek, I'll see
chat.
you later.
Big up Snood.
Hey, Snood.
Snooty Woody.
Okay.
I'm tired, sorry.
All
Yeah,
good,
you're
bro.
all good,
No, I
Iviga.
did not play
I'm
Mario
surprised
Party
you're still
2
here, to be
on
honest.
the
Should be in
Switch
bed.
during my day off. No.
Now you're all good, Snood. This was definitely not in the schedule. I was just gonna be ranting for a couple of hours and then it popped off.
Right. Felix the Maid, I hope he appreciated my answer, by the way, Felix the Maid, because that was a very lengthy answer for Felix the Maid there about the whole extra day off thing and everything. That's what sucks is to not have control over everything in the environment that can affect you. I can only affect a certain amount of things. I can only control a certain amount of things. I wish that I could say, yes, if this happens, then I can do this. I can't even say that. In a lot of ways, it's setting myself up for disaster. Because what if I said,
Disaster stream.
okay, if I raise this much on today's marathon special,
He's still
I can
on
then
this,
take
man.
another day
Holy
off from the
fuck.
show.
God,
Raise
shit.
it on any
Jesus.
day. I've
Phil!
already promised
Phil,
guys
you
I'm
make
taking the
me
day off. I
angry,
can't be
Phil.
here. And now I'm shooting myself in the
Hey,
foot.
Agent Proper.
You see?
Yo, Agent Property's here. Big ups, Agent. I missed your Thursday stream because it's so late. I'm gonna have to just catch the VODs. But I will be watching the VODs. Snood, yeah, you can reach out to me on Discord. I'm on there. We're in there right now in the brand new
Someone gives
Discord.
$1 and says CenturyLink Fiber can do a gig up down, and Comcast Business is a farce. Comcast Business is a farce. That's interesting. I could look into it, but when I moved here, CenturyLink was not an option. Like CenturyLink wasn't available in my area. It was either Comcast or satellite.
Comcast.
Back then, the cell phone internet wasn't even good enough. You could get satellite internet with a dish, and that was also very
That's
slow.
the Derek Internet Service Provider.
I would have to look
Comcast.
into it, but I'm almost
I
positive
know.
that CenturyLink does not
I
service
think
my
Comcast
neighborhood.
is coming.
So,
Oh shit!
I've
they're
never
here.
seen a CenturyLink truck or anything around here, you know. Okay,
I never even heard of CenturyLink till he mentioned it. He called me uncultured.
I actually forgot what it was too. So
I don't even know what that is either.
it's a troll tip, and this idiot actually thinks I'm gonna.
But you got Canadian ISPs. You probably got like
Yeah.
Maple Leaf Internet.
All right, well, guys,
How'd you know?
it is currently 12:37.
Oh, he's tired.
It is
Oh, dude, hard
12:37,
day.
and
You were here. You
so
saw it.
far,
You saw how hard he was
no
working.
updates. Okay, no updates about any of this. All right, no calls, nothing. So,
Oh, I forgot. Snood's a Maple Leaf guy too. Dang.
Hell yeah.
that being said,
Go Habs, go.
Yo, shout out that being said again.
Shout
what we
outs.
should do is let's end the podcast first of all.
Get better,
All right.
Steve.
I have to use the bathroom. I've had to use the bathroom for about an hour. So I think what I should do is let's end the show. Let's take a brief break. It'll only be a few minutes.
brief
I'm
break.
gonna go use
Yeah.
the bathroom. Then we come back. And
Yeah.
On the
Uh,
same
Bloodborne.
wavelength, then.
I don't want to start
break.
Alan Wake yet.
Break.
When this.
Yeah, thanks, Hot Dog, for the sub, bro.
opens in the next
Appreciate it.
hour and a half. So let's take a brief break. I'll use the bathroom. I'll come back.
break.
And then we'll just hang out for a bit and see what happens. Okay.
Break.
But I absolutely would like to thank you all
Okay, thank you, Phil.
for understanding.
Thanks,
All
Bill.
right. This is not a fun situation for anyone. I know you guys want the new content. I want to give you the new content. I'm dying.
You don't, or you would have played the damn game.
It's killing me that I can't just boot that game up and play it
You-
because of what's going on. But I promise you, I'll do my absolute best to play it today once this is resolved. I thank you for your patience, and hopefully tomorrow we will be able to talk about Alan Wake 2. But in the meantime, I have something very, very important to tell you. Happy Halloween.
Cringe. Get it out of here. Get him out of here. All right, guys. Sorry we didn't watch any Wings content today. I'll get to that eventually, I promise. I don't know about videos, but maybe streams will have Wings content. But that's it. That's all we're watching. So I'll play some music out. Big thanks, big ups, big shout outs to Brand Dude and Iviga. Really appreciate you guys coming on spur of the moment.
Yeah, derail. Big ups, chat.
Big ups,
Thank you
chat.
for letting-
Always
You big ass shit.
appreciate everybody coming out. We're gonna play Gout Boy on the way out.
I gotta set some shit up, so I guess I'll see you soon. I'm streaming right after this, so
I will post
see you
the
soon.
link in chat.
See you soon, guys. Thanks, Atlas.
100%.
Bye,
Appreciate it,
Aviga.
brother.
Bye.
Take care, Brad, dude. Take care, guys. Oh, everyone's leaving.
Bye.
Jay. Yep, take care, Brad. I'm going to bed.
And then we will get. That's not the right thing. We will get Brand Dude's link, and I will put it in the chat, and all of you can go there. And I will, like I said, just play the yes. That's in his chat, not mine. Amazing. Big brain activity over here on the Atlas stream. So there is the link. And we're going to play some Gout Boy. stream will be over. I appreciate all of you guys showing up today. Big ups. Appreciate it.
I'm trying to order that fast food, yeah. Cat wants barbecue, that's cool, yeah. Grocery shopping, then cat food, yeah. More water bottles for Jasper, yeah.
Don't make me get it.
Gotta send a real quick tweet, ooh, yeah. Gotta make sure my horse eat, ooh, yeah. No fish, no red meat, ooh, yeah. Need a nice meal once a week, ooh, yeah. I need a cat or a panda lead. Someone to take me out to Burger King. Never mind, do ask the king. And eat it all with a stupid face. DoorDash says it's on the way, even though they always running late. Okay, let's take a taste. And eat it all on some paper plates. Look at my toes. I'm a motherfucking cowboy. Look at my toes. Yeah. I'm a motherfucking cowboy. Everyday people trying to troll me, yeah. Cat gets a little more swollen, yeah. Skin gets a little more gross, oh yeah. Gout crystals so frozen, yeah. Should I go and get some Total Wine? Doc says a little bit's alright. Probably why my nasal drips on fire. Ooh, got a tip, supersize my fries. I need a cat or a panda lead. Someone to take me out to Burger King. Never mind, do ask the king. And eat it all with a stupid face. DoorDash says it's on the way, even though they always running late. Okay, let's take a taste. And eat it all on some paper plates. Look at my toes. I'm a motherfucking cowboy. Look at my toes. Yeah. I'm a motherfucking cowboy. Look at my toes. I'm a motherfucking cowboy. Look at my toes. Yeah. I'm a motherfucking cowboy.